to get your free quote today. 1-800-880-6363. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
Hey guys, this is former Major League Baseball player and avid deer hunter David DeLucci. There's nothing better than spending time in the woods, making memories at the camp, and enjoying the land. If you're like me and dream of owning your own hunting property, remember the name First South Farm Credit. They've been financing rural land for over 100 years. It's just what they do. When you're in the market for land, make First South your first call. Stop by or find them online at firstsouthland.com.
When you've been in the industry for over 20 years, you learn a few things. For one thing, you learn your product inside and out. But you also learn how to ask the right questions and give satisfying answers. Jim's Firearms.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, January 31st. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 72. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap LSU women's basketball's big win over the Oklahoma Sooners. We'll talk some LSU football, and we'll dive in to the Hunt Palmer positional preview for the LSU baseball season. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new OTB, and we are excited, at least for the short term, to be back here in the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, back at the Laundromat with Taylor live here in person. Great to see you guys. How have you been? Did you miss us for the week that we were gone?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Alondra, that you had to be
okay.
Locked in here with Taylor just talking at you.
I was very quiet all week.
That I'm sure.
He actually kind of was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
we got to check on him. We might have to check on him. He actually was a little quiet this week.
Yeah, I really was.
Unbelievable.
Like
I did
minimal takes.
Okay, I'm a bit shocked.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm your muse, Taylor. Maybe you need me to bring out the best in yourself. I don't know.
Super happy y'all are back though.
Very happy. Now,
glad to be back. Glad T-Bob doesn't have the sweater on.
I wish I did. I almost wore it as a bit, but it's just not cold at all. Actually.
Jake, this is your first time in 2 weeks in studio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Jake pulled up, I was like, I wonder if he had to Google map how to get here.
Yeah, no, I know.
Do you remember?
Well, and don't get too comfortable.
It might even be farther down the road than that because I think I left like a day early.
Yeah, it's true.
Before then, so over 2 weeks.
Well, don't get too comfortable because next week will be at Radio Row.
Woo!
And we actually have premier
a really good spot
placement on Radio Row. We're right by like ESPN TV, ESPN Radio, CBS. We're like right by all of the main stages, so it should be a very fun week next week in the as we go back to another convention center. Going to be a good time.
I love the Mobile Convention Center. I love the Senior Bowl. It's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I would say probably if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So look, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. Let's have ourselves this final day of January. Let's have a great show. A lot to get to today. It's going to be fun. How's everyone doing there? Everyone good? We good?
All
We
good.
Great? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited?
We found our way here.
Yeah.
What's that?
We found our way here this morning.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I feel much better. I slept like a rock last night. I mean, probably like 7 hours. It's awesome, dude. Ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Remember, guys, Tiger Labor and Staffing are your local staffing experts. If you need staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, manufacturing positions, temporary or long-term hires, Tiger Labor and Staffing has you covered with skilled, dependable workers. Remember, we're not just forwarding resumes to you, but we are interviewing and dispatching in person every single morning at 5 a.m. How about that LSU women's basketball team last night, man? An absolute battle with Oklahoma in the PMAC. Players getting ejected, scuffles, tuffles, clipboards being slapped to the ground. Nearly one of the most insane comebacks you've ever seen. Both teams scored over 100 points. But in the end, LSU emerges victorious, holds on to win the top 15 matchup, 107-100. Give me the Samaya Smith video here first, Taylor. See if we think the ejection was warranted. But, man, what a game last night. I got to be honest, though, guys. I actually missed the comeback attempt. I turned it off because LSU was so thoroughly dominating. They're up like 20 points. It's 80-something to 60-something. I'm like, okay, yeah, Tigers got this. Turn it off. Alondra, did you stick around for all of the fourth quarter madness?
Yeah, I did the game last night, so I watched the entire thing, and the entire game was insane. Like, it started off really hot with the Samaya Smith thing, and then the officiating was just god-awful.
Pretty soft officiating.
It was bad. And the big three that we call, they just kind of went a little cold, and that's kind of just what started the comeback. But, I mean, way to fight back. And that last drive with Williams hit that last three, and then they tipped it at the other end of the floor, and Flau'jae came back and laid it up. That was icing on the cake to end that crazy, insane game. Yeah,
Michaela Williams ends up with 37 points.
Ridiculous.
Coach Mulkey said she got a technical, and her technical, the referee told her, was for pointing at the scoreboard, and she's like, I don't know, I thought I was just looking at the scoreboard. So the refs are feeling a little sensitive last night. Here's the scuffle that got Samaya Smith ejected. We don't need to sound. We're fine.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I've watched this a few times this morning. It's a push. It's a push. Old girl's feet weren't set. She's kind of crossed up a little bit. Didn't have a good base. Feels a little floppy to me, dude. I don't know. But so she got ejected. The Oklahoma player came up and pushed Smith, got ejected, and that means that both now can't play in the next game either. How about this? How about nobody gets ejected? You know? It's just a little push.
Yeah,
I'd go like double technical, something like that. Ejection's a little much for that.
You want to go technical? You want to go flagrant? Like whatever? Sure, absolutely. But come on, ejection? Ref, what we doing, dude?
Yeah, I'll also question the Oklahoma player that did the pushing. Quickly got out of there too.
Well, I mean, Actually, I'd be even more mad if I was her. That wasn't even was it a shove? Was it a gentle extension of the arms? Like, that's crazy that got her ejected. So that set the tone for what was going to be a really weird night. As I said, Michaela Williams, hot LSU jumps into a massive lead. They almost blow it, but they end up holding on. The other thing that's being memed all over the place, by the way, this is the number one story on 3 right now on the overall website, is that fight.
Yeah.
And I use the term fight
right
in the loosest of terms.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's another question we have to ask. Was Coach Mulkey out of pocket for this moment on the sideline with Simone Augustus as she's fired up on something? You know, this is classic Nick Saban, Kim Mulkey stuff, right? Up 22, and something has made her so angry And she turns around. I don't even know if she's cognizant of exactly what's going on at the moment. She slaps the clipboard out of Simone Augusta's hand to the ground while yelling at Bob Starkey. And Simone, with great comedic timing, does not move her hand. And it's just kind of like, what? This happened? But look, some people are laughing about this. Some people are like, this is wrong. Where do we fall on this?
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't think
Coaches
so
do this
either.
all the time.
Also, like, my thing is if I know that somebody can get caught up in the heat of the moment and kind of like lose it or whatever, I don't take it personally. You know, like, she didn't slam that clipboard because it was my clipboard that I was holding, and she wanted me to, like, she just slammed the clipboard.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was the one thing in sight, and she just slammed it. I don't even know if she knew that she did it.
She wasn't even looking at Simone.
Right, and I don't even know if she knew Simone was the one that had the clipboard in her hand. And I don't know. I think it's super funny that Simone just stood there afterwards.
No,
but
Simone,
I don't.
Played it very, very, very comedic. Like
I know
said.
she didn't say anything, but I live by, like, listen to what I'm saying, not how I'm saying it kind of thing. So it's like.
So I understand everything you're saying.
Yeah.
I think in everyday life, though, a lot of what you're saying, you're making a lot of excuses for what people would say is toxic behavior. I'm not saying that necessarily in this situation. Yeah. I'm saying I don't know if I love these philosophies you're espousing when it comes to everyday life.
That's fine.
Like, don't let if some guy is somebody or a friend is acting like an a-hole and out here telling you that crap, tell him to F off, because I don't agree. As far as this situation, Jake, it's like Lawrence Taylor. You know? I got to be honest. If I saw Nick Saban do this, you know, Caleb Moore, whoever, right? Will Muschamp, probably not Saban as much, but like Muschamp, yeah, I'd be making fun of him. You know, lack of poise, all that sort of stuff. Like, you should be a leader, blah, 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 blah. But it's the same way that, you know, a rookie defensive end on the Giants used to watch Lawrence Taylor sleeping on the bags during practice and ask Parcells, well, what the hell, man? I'm in here, like, what's he doing? He's like, hey, are you LT? Can you get after the quarterback like that? Okay, if you can sleep on the bags too. In that way, you know, the normal rules don't apply to everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to hold Coach Mulkey to the same standard when the legend that she is, and that is her style. And so this is just kind of par for the course in terms of how fiery she gets.
I've got an LT story. You've heard me tell this one before, but LaDainian Tomlinson. So we're watching film, and Noah's up there, and he's getting after the running back, and it was Darren Sproles, and he's running an angle route. He's like, Sproles, you got to get inside that linebacker. You got to sell the flat more. You have got to be able to get open when you cross his face. And they go, hey, Coach, that's LT. He goes, hell of a route, LT. And goes to the next play. There's some of that in there.
Exactly, dude. So, yes, if y'all want to accuse me of not holding Coach the same standard, I'm going to say, well, duh. Did you win your natty in the second year here? So get the hell up out of here. I'm fine with it.
Look, and this game meant something.
As long as her and Simone are cool. I mean, they got to work that out, but I'm sure they're cool.
I'm sure they are, and I'm sure, you know, they've certainly had a conversation. But
yeah, because that's another alpha. That's another LT, by the way.
She's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's another LT involved in here.
So this game meant something to her. When we talked with her on Tuesday, I mean, I don't know that I've ever heard her talk about an opponent like she talked about Oklahoma, and that is a rival for her when she was at Baylor. And so that is something that when she sees that logo, it probably triggers some emotions. And I'm not saying that Coach Mulkey doesn't get fired up. She certainly does. But like, this game felt like even more than normal. And so I think it was everything kind of combined. You coming off a South Carolina loss, you looked okay against A&M, but you knew this was going to be a better team, top 15 team in the country, an old rival for you. You had the way the game started. It was in the PBAC. Sports Center's there, you know, sold out, wide out, the whole deal. So I think all of that combined with each other probably had a little bit more juice for Coach Mulkey.
Did you see Dylan Cruz? Dylan Cruz was out there in a white Queen of Sparkles blazer, fully understanding the assignment as the legends from LSU continue to come home. And it's exactly what Miles Frazier told us at the Senior Bowl, man. From an outsider's perspective looking in, he was always wondering why all these people that would go on to become professional superstars, why were they always coming back to Baton Rouge? Why were they always so tied in? And like Miles alluded to, it's just something a bit different. And look, Jake, not even full white, kind of like a white pink, a pinkish white Queen of Sparkles jacket for Dylan Cruz.
You got the butterflies on there, and that's a full bit. I mean, Gavin Dugas next to him. Hey, chill out, guys. Save some for the rest of us. But he's just in a little white T-shirt. Come on, Gavin. I need you to do a little bit
jacked.
more. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
easy,
oh my
guy.
gosh.
Lord.
Okay, now that's been interesting because I would not have noticed Gavin, and this is like when I showed Rivers the Mac Hollis video, and the things that we noticed that were different about the video. So you're talking about that? You're talking about that forearm?
Yeah,
that you're seeing a little bit of. Okay, yeah.
It's Gavin Dugas. Look at him.
Okay, Gav, I see you, bro. Damn, you really have been in the gym, huh? I bet your Instagram algorithm's starting to throw a bunch of swole dudes. I get swole dudes all the time.
Swole dudes, creatine.
Yeah, I get swole dudes all the time in my algorithm.
Do y'all get swole dudes in your algorithm for different reasons, though?
I don't
probably
think
fair.
No, no. It's all working out. It's all working. It's the same thing.
I think Jake's is based more on lifestyle. T-Bob's is just like strictly likes.
No, okay, no, that's not true. Taylor, what are you talking about? I lift all the time.
I lift, bro. He does.
I don't drink protein. I need to drink more protein.
Yeah,
We've been talking about that.
We need to bring
I'm
that.
going to buy a Costco protein powder. So
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
You
Costco?
love you. No,
Yeah.
it's that part of it I don't care. I love you, but I need to tell you something.
What?
You're too lazy to do the powder.
No, I'm not. No, absolutely not.
And not lazy because you don't want to have the effort. Your mind doesn't want to remember it.
No, not true. I do the AG1 powder every day. I do not true. Ever since
Every day?
Yeah. Once you get that once you get one of those drink mixers where you just put it in there and you're good to go.
Pre-made by the Fairlife Core Power.
No, it's too expensive. I don't want per bottles. I don't want bottles. I don't want to.
No, you could buy a pack and you can get them on Amazon, like a whole thing, or Costco.
Yeah,
you can get them like a whole thing at Costco.
I'm gonna get a giant Costco thing of powder.
You can get a giant thing of Core at Costco.
Like a bunch of bottles.
Like a yeah.
What's the matter?
I don't want a bunch of bottles. That's like feels too expensive to me. If it's powder, then I can just I just have a bag, way less to store. It's just a bag. You dump it in. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We're gonna protein it up either way.
Hell yeah!
All right, I'm proud of that.
So yeah,
man's been working his butt off for years and doesn't treat his body to any protein.
I mean, what do you mean? I eat meat?
How long after?
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's
like 8 hours.
I've been like a trainer's told me before, like if you're not eating protein.
I mean, to be fair though, I'm probably not going to take down the shake anyway right after the workout because
you need to.
The intermittent fasting stuff.
It like cancels out the workout if you don't take protein
shake,
immediately.
You good?
No, I don't think you can have any. Right, Jake? You could probably can have protein on the intermittent fasting.
Yeah, you're not supposed to even have milk in your coffee.
I think all you can have is black coffee and water and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all good though. We'll protein it up, guys.
Yeah.
If you follow our protein guide, you'll have 2 abs minimum by the end of the month.
Gains. You think? I don't think protein is what is stopping the abs. I think it's probably
it's
amount
not
of
helping
sesame chicken and shrimp lo mayonnaise.
See, but you can do that every once in a while. I did that last night. You talked about it on the way home. I said, "Oh, this is happening."
It's so good.
So I got the family pack from Panda Express.
I had a little bit of a food hangover, but it's so good still. It was delicious. All right. Coming up next, playoffs or bust. We have looked around the college football world, and it is very clear what the expectation for LSU is. Hey, guys, if you want to be involved in today's show, youtube.com/1045 ESPN. Come hang out here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys, I want to remind you about centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. Central Plumbing, look, man, they're your experts when it comes to anything plumbing-wise. They've been at it for 50 years. Meaning you're not going to be able to hit them with a problem that they don't know how to solve. They have 24/7 emergency service as well. Licensed, bond insured employees that they send you like bios about ahead of time so you know exactly who's coming in your home. You can trust them. They have great warranty once the work is done. So as you see, you have that peace of mind every single step along the way. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org today.
And when you go to the website, check out what they can do for you in the remodel game. It's got the tab right there on the homepage. And when you click on it, remember they can help you out at your home or your business. If you're looking for a little facelift, if you're looking for a complete overhaul, whatever it might be, they can get that done. Also, check out that tankless hot water heater information right there on the homepage as well. That is centralplumbing.org.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Why, for some reason, chat is talking about us riding a tandem bicycle.
I know. I was about to say, what are we talking about? Because I don't know.
And then it turned into a pedal pub, which are like
down.
The pedal pubs are the things that they ride around Nashville, right? And you drink in one.
There's one here
There's
too.
one here, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down to like strap up some cameras on it.
We should absolutely do a pedal pub video.
Okay.
Where yes, we I don't know if we do a show or exactly what we do,
Maybe
but yeah.
just like a YouTube thing.
No, yeah, I'm not saying like do a full show, but like, yeah, but I don't know, like, do we just like do like a like what, like, I don't know what we're going to be talking about on the pedal pub. We can figure that part out, but yes, but doing a show basically from the pedal pub would be very fun. Even though they're saying that I wouldn't pedal at all. That's not true. I'd probably pedal the best.
Okay.
I don't think
you'd
you
pedal,
actually
but
have
I don't
to.
think it'd be the best.
Well, I don't think anybody's done more spin in this room than I have.
That's probably fair.
Also, I don't think you actually have to pedal.
What
do you
if
mean?
we
I think that's like the thing. Like, it'll go without you pedaling.
What does it have, an engine?
It's got like a driver in the front.
It has a driver. I've never done one, but there is a driver. What if we like did like a series where we interviewed like people on the pedal pub?
That could be very fun.
I don't know how possible
it's
it is.
A lot of logistics.
It's
a lot of logistics. I think we try with us four first and see if we can make it happen.
This would be fun.
You don't have to pedal, then what's the point? Is it fake pedaling?
I mean, look, you ever seen the bachelorette parties at Nashville? They don't pedal at all.
I know, but what am I saying? Am I like a child and you give them a steering wheel for their car just to make them feel like
Pretty
they're driving?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. They're also facing each other, so you're not even, when you're pedaling, it's not even going forward. Yeah, like the pedaling is non-existent. You don't have to do it.
Scott says they're not very comfortable for big people. I'll be the judge of that. We'll see.
Well, stolen valor and the pedals.
Well,
acting like you're working hard, but you're not working at all.
I think more just like am I an idiot? Like you're trying to trick me here. Again, it's like you put that steering wheel in the back for the kid, and they think like Maggie. Look at Maggie in The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
She thinks she's driving.
I swear she is.
Well, like I guess to your point, if you don't actually have to pedal, why add pedals on a small seat? Why not put like a big comfortable seat?
That's what I'm saying. Like now maybe it's a situation where you don't have to pedal, but if you do, you are going to lend power to the locomotion.
Maybe.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't want vestigial pedals though.
No.
In fact,
I think that's what you got.
I think that's one of probably the biggest problems with society currently. Vestigial pedals on the pedal pub. It's something I've thought about a lot, and nobody ever wants to talk about it. So I'm glad that we're finally willing to have the tough conversations here on Off the Bench.
That's why we're the 9th ranked morning sports show in America.
Exactly.
Hopefully to be number 8 at least.
At least.
Hope so, guys. I hope so. Because, look, you know what, though? I don't care. Because in my mind, the show's the best that it's ever been. So that's all that matters.
Hell
you know, forget outside validation, okay? We don't need that. We are going to find our pride through here.
Yes.
Through ourselves, through our bellies.
I wouldn't mind if, like, when sales goes out there, they're like, hey, you know these guys are number 9, the only show in the state that's on the list.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know,
It's true.
Wouldn't hate that.
That'd be cool. We'll
Sales.
see. We'll see.
Note.
We will, fingers crossed, we will
They
see.
ain't listening.
No, they're not. They're not awake yet.
Let's have a pedal pub drinking competition with Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
Oh, my
they don't want
gosh.
the smoke.
They don't want the smoke.
We got to
don't
figure out
want this.
some way
and
what the
T-Bob
parameters would be.
T-Bob would drink himself to death before he lost to
Yeah.
Murphy, Sam, and Jody in
Don't
a
push
drinking
me.
contest.
I mean, like Gimli in the extended edition of Two Towers, where him and Legolas are going drink for drink, and Legolas is like, I think I feel a tingling in my fingers, and Gimli's like, I told you he can't handle his liquor, and he passes out. God, the comedic heart and soul
Who do
of
we
the trilogy.
think would outdrink each other between Jake and Taylor, since they're like the least drinkers in here?
Why do we say that?
I wonder.
Y'all don't
The thing
drink.
is, I've seen Jake drink though. I don't know that I've ever actually seen Taylor drink. He's just so like confident and composed. He's literally someone who does not crave alcohol for social situations. And even though I do, quite frankly.
I do have faith though that Tay would get competitive because he does have a competitive nature.
He does get competitive. But
I think the entire squad would rise to the challenge against Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
I mean, look, you can be competitive as hell, but you know, you ain't gonna go curl 50s day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Jake Wilkinson, that was in Return of the King, T-Bob. Oh my God, you're right.
Wow.
He's right. It was Pat because it was after the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's what they're
Wow.
Yikes.
Does this guy even
T-Bob,
know
you
Lord of the Rings lore?
I got to go hit some stairs during the commercial
Non-ball
break.
knower.
I apologize.
Don't know ball right now?
Thank you, Jake. Thank you for keeping me honest. I'm not even mad. I'm mad at myself. I'm not mad at you because you're absolutely right, and I'm in the wrong here. All right, let's go then. Let's talk about LSU football a little bit here. And I know this feels randomly timed, you could argue, but I say no because all these lists are starting to propagate and come about. And Jake, when you talk about expectations for next season, and we talk about LSU have the number 1 transfer portal class, 8 players of the top 100, all that sort of stuff. No other FBS team in the country had more because, well, quite frankly, the math says it'd be hard to, because one school almost got 10% of the guys. Returning quarterback, you just had Alex Atkins, a guy who 2 years ago was a Broyles Award winner OC for an undefeated borderline national championship team. You had him as your tight ends coach. Top to bottom, you have investment all over this team. Make no mistake, Jake. Last couple of years, the expectations have been maybe playoff adjacent, but it was never just like they have to. It was never just consensus agreement that they have to. Without a doubt, 100%, no argument to be had otherwise. LSU must make the playoffs next season, or they have failed. They've missed the mark.
Yeah, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. I think that is not just part of the conversation. It is the conversation now. And I think everybody around the program realizes that. And I think there's a lot of things that they are excited about. I caught up with BK yesterday, actually, at the Senior Bowl, and I know he's excited about the players that they're bringing in. He talked about how excited he is about the receiver room, and it has everything that you need, like every skill set you need in a receiver room, and they now have that. Of course, Garrett Nussmeier, but even he was talking to me, this was kind of off the air, about how excited he was about the offensive linemen getting those 15 bowl practices and then having the performance like they had in the game. And he talked about Miles Frazier kind of being their mentor and how much that meant to him, that Miles stuck around, mentored them, for those 15 practices. And he said, he goes, I think that really helped them. And so
it's crazy too, because that was a goal that Miles stated that he wanted to get accomplished.
Yeah, and so he actually, I think just talking to him, again, on and off the air yesterday, I think he really likes the position and where they're at and the additions that they've made. And I'm not saying that it's a perfect team, but you had deficiencies that a year ago you didn't really attack in the portal, and they attacked everything this year in the portal. And they said they were going to, and they got it done. And you're going to have to count on some young guys to step up at some positions. Offensive line, you had one good game. Now what can you do going out there for an entire season? But right now, with what they added, they did what they had to do up to this point.
Yeah.
And now you got to take what you've added, and you got to go into fourth quarter program, spring practice, summer workouts, fall camp, all of that. But the roster did feel a lot of the needs that it had, where last year we were sitting here, we were doing shows, we were like, who's going to play that position? Who's going to be the backup at this position? You don't have as much as you had a year ago, at least at this point, as we sit here last day of January.
Well, and it's not just that you have a great staff, but it's year 2 for that defensive staff. You're getting Harold Perkins back against all odds. The rise of Whit Weeks. Again, through the portal, you seem to address all the efficiencies. Like Jake's talking about,
like coming out of nowhere.
And it's not just us saying this either, because again, that's kind of what spurred this entire segment. Is you go on ESPN.com right now, you look at the ESPN College Football staff writers. They did their way too early predictions. LSU's in the playoff. You look at Bill Connolly, the main ESPN analytic creator of the S&P Plus. I love Bill's writing. He has LSU firmly in the playoff. You hop over to The Athletic, Jake, which they put a lot of money into college football. They had an article where they asked a bunch of 2025 questions, and they polled the entire staff. And when they were asked who's going to win the national championship next year. Coming in first place with 15 votes, Texas. But who was second place? LSU with 4. Now, granted, you see the gap there, right? But to be the second place team ahead of Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, everybody else to receive those votes. Name 3 teams that'll make the playoffs 2024. That missed playoffs 24, make it 25. LSU number 1 on that list, ahead of Alabama, Miami, Michigan, everybody else. So make no mistake, nationally, locally, the expectations are clear. It is time for LSU to make the playoffs, and there is no excuse when you have put everything together. And this will be the moment where I think you officially, if you have not yet, even though, again, I think I've said I've adjusted my ceiling, though the floor remains high, right? I have doubt in the Brian Kelly ceiling that I did not have before. But it is doubt at this point. I don't feel like it's a sure thing. If you fail to make it next year, then I don't know that I'll ever believe that you will.
I mean, and I think that would be fair because of the expanded playoff, because of who you are. And, when you look at 03, 07, 11, 19, like it's time. Like you're actually a little bit past where you normally have been, and so I think that would be a fair assessment. Is it going to be easy? No. You open up at Clemson. You got Florida early in the season. You got Ole Miss on the road early in the season. You got South Carolina after that. I mean, the schedule is the schedule. It is not going to be one where you can roll the helmets out there and just think you're going to get it done. And it starts in Little Death Valley against Clemson, and you have to win an opener.
Yeah.
If you want to make the playoff, you can't start behind the 8 ball again and be 0-1.
No. It's going to be
just so hard to climb, and they've done a good job of climbing out of that.
But it has been the thing that's held them back every year.
Yes.
You know, they still have done a good job of 2 years ago going 6-2 in the SEC or find a way to do this or that. But at the end of the day, every single year, the math dictated by that loss has been the thing that has held them back from much bigger and better goals.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I'm excited though. And again, I guess if you're like, T-Bob, what's the point of this here on January 31st? It's to say that nationally the expectations are set. And let's all be very clear about the parameters around which we enter the offseason. And if you're one of these players, don't be scared of that expectation. Don't whine, don't complain, don't say it's unfair. Why else did you come here? You came here for that burden. So lean into it, bow up, and make it happen. More Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys, we want to remind you about our new good friends at Boudreaux's Electrical. If you're in the market for a generator, okay, Generac home generator, you want to make sure that you keep the lights on for you, your family, maybe an outdoorsman, you know, you got a fridge full of meat you want to lose, whatever the case may be. When the crap hits the fan and you want to make sure the fan stays on, you want Boudreaux's Electrical. And be careful working with a lot of the companies here, okay? Because a lot of them are being bought up by private equity. They're national guys. You're nothing to them but a number on a spreadsheet. At Boudreaux's, the complete opposite is true. It's a family business, and everything is about the customer and making sure you're taken care of, even to the point where they drive out in the middle of hurricanes, cut down trees to make sure generators are good to go. Go to Boudreaux'Electrical.com.
Yeah, and also you can see their Google rating. It is right there. It is a perfect 5.0, 5 out of 5. It's right there. All you got to do is Google Boudreaux's Electrical, and you'll see it. We ain't telling a story. We're telling the truth. Boudreaux'Electrical.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, Know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Talking a little Sage coaching search. As I don't know this as much of a surprise, but it does appear things can still change. Who knows what happens in the Super Bowl? But it does appear as if the markets believe that Kellen Moore will be the Saints' next head coach. Look, obviously this makes sense from the perspective that it's who the Saints are going after hard, flying to Philly to meet with him and whatnot, and it's who they would want now at this point after everybody else has pulled out or said no. So it wasn't like that. Look, we know who the Saints are choosing. I guess it comes down to, does Kellen Moore say no, or does he take the opportunity that others have turned down?
What happens if he does? If he says no? Where do you turn immediately? Because that would be another embarrassing headline for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Do you just go back to the Rizzler?
Yeah, I would. Although, again, I think there does seem to be an attraction to Kafka still as well. And at that point, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter what you do. So just take a shot if you wanted to on Kafka or the Rizzler. Like I wouldn't care either way. I mean, the Rizzler I would probably go Rizzler because I think he did a pretty good job of rallying that team last year, and he seems to have the player support. But I mean, my expectation, it would be so bad if Kellen Moore said no that I would be very interested to see if it could get toxic enough for the unthreatenable to be threatened. Like, could Mickey Loomis's job security actually maybe come under a bit of legitimate scrutiny? Not just people yelling about it, people angry about it, but like legitimate people with the ability to make that move scrutiny. I still don't think so, but if Kellen Moore said no, that would be a real rock bottom disaster moment. Now, it looks like he's probably not going to say no, or at least that's what the markets believe. Like I said, like sportsbooks, everything else. What that means is Kellen Moore potentially going to be the Saints' next head coach. What's your immediate reaction when you hear that?
I mean,
I'm kind of like,
it's a higher ceiling than some of the other people that they talk to, but the floor kind of still stays the same. He's someone that we talked about it on, I believe it was Monday. The fact that he retired and then the next year got a quarterback coach job in the NFL, that kind of tells you, with the same club, kind of tells you, I think, what a lot of people thought of him early in his career, the fact that he could handle that. He's done a good job as a coordinator. What he's done in Philly this year has been impressive, and he's got weapons, but he's had to do it, with some limitations in some of these contests. Had some injuries, but I mean, Saquon certainly, with the job that he's done there, Saquon stayed healthy this year and stayed healthy in his career. So there's things that we could sit here and I think we can make up a lot of positives of a Kellen Moore. I do think the ceiling is higher than some of the people that we've talked about, but we don't know. I mean, he's never been a head coach, and this will be his first opportunity.
Yeah, and it's a weird one because you always want to be a head coach, but you're stepping into a pretty bad opportunity, or at least objectively we think so. Outside looking in, it doesn't look great. One interesting side note here that shout out to Fletcher Mackel, he points out. So Kellen Moore, of course, the OC coach in Philly right now. Do you know who the quarterback's coach in Philly is? It's Doug Nussmeier. Well, if Kellen Moore were to get the job in NOLA, it would make a lot of sense for Doug Nussmeier to potentially come down in that same role, maybe an OC role. You would have to wait and see. But maybe steal a little bit from Cam Newton here. We talked about that. Maybe, next year doesn't go great. All of a sudden, here's Garrett Nussmeier ready to be drafted. Does Garrett Nussmeier end up leading the Saints with his father, Doug? And Garrett Nussmeier becomes the hero of the Who Dat Nation? Probably not. But it's fun to think about.
Yeah, I mean, Nussmeier certainly very familiar with Kellen Moore. And then, it'd be a cool story. And Nussmeier's been somebody that's, had a lot of success in his career, different stops, different roles, quarterback coach, coordinator. So probably would happen if he does end up taking the job.
So Kellen Moore, though, what does it do, Chet? What does it do for you? Kellen Moore likely going to be Saints head coach. I think Gulf South makes a very salient point saying if it's Moore, I'm sure he's already agreed to take the job. No way Loomis waits for Moore without confirmation, right? Like, I think that's right. You're not just going to sit around here. You probably in that meeting on Monday told Moore, like, look, you got to give us, we won't go public with it, but you got to give us like a verbal here. Otherwise, we're going to move on and we're going to go talk to Rizzy, Kafka, whoever. So, in all likelihood, going to be Kellen Moore. So random. I never would have thought that Kellen Moore would be the New Orleans Saints head football coach.
If we had this conversation in December, I don't even thinking Kellen Moore.
No. All right. When we get back here on Off the Bench, let's close out the hour with a Hunt Palmer positional preview. More OTB next.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys, go to Pelican Roofing. That's right. If you need a roof, you want to go with our new friends over there at Pelican. Say, why, T-Bob? Well, because integrity. How about this? The 2019 Better Business Bureau Integrity Award. This is not industry specific. Okay? There's only one of these things given out, and it's given to someone who operates with what? The utmost integrity. And that is Pelican Roofing's core principle. And you feel that when you get the excellent turnaround time in your calls. They calling you right back. There for you, the dedicated employees every single step along the way, the project managers on each and every site, the financing options, 0% APR financing for up to 21 months for qualified applicants. Go to Pelican Roof today. You need a roof, go to pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, we always talk about you can do that estimate right there on the homepage. What will my roof cost? We'll put in your address. They're going to give you a quote right there, pelicanroof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, Our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
What's happening, yo? Welcome back. All right, so baseball season, guys. Right around the corner. You know, February 14th. That'll be February 1st tomorrow. We talked about catcher. We talked about first base. Let's continue our Hunt Palmer positional previews, which you can find on LouisianaSports.net. They were doing a great job on the site, guys. Go check them out. Today, we're talking about second base. Now, of course, the Paul Rolick are gone. Stephen Milam is back, but Stephen Milam not going to play second. He'll be on the other side of the infield. We're not exactly sure where. Maybe shortstop, maybe third. So who then is in the mix here? The biggest name is going to be the Utah Valley transfer, Daniel Dickinson. The other guy in the mix, Tanner Reeves, who's a Blinn transfer. Now, Daniel Dickinson, Jake, is someone who has a ton of expectation being heaped on his shoulders as somebody who, although it's going to be a step up in competition from Utah Valley State, people are looking for big things. In fact, I think D1 Baseball actually has him as a preseason All-American. In his 2 years at Utah Valley State, he hit .369, 27 home runs. He stole 32 bases. First team All-WAC. Baseball America had him tabbed as a number 2 player in the portal. So this is a guy who enters with a lot of hype. Great body, 6 foot, 200. But as Hunt points out, he struggled a bit in the Cape Cod League, barely hit over 200, and reportedly in the fall was, good, but wasn't like.
Well, I mean, we've heard so many times wasn't good in the fall here.
Sure.
Stephen Milam, perfect example.
Yep.
Couldn't do anything in the fall. When the springtime comes around, I mean, he was a stud. So, yeah, I mean, you could take something from it if you want to, but it's not to say all be all.
No. And to be fair to Hunt, I think more of what he's saying is it almost felt like in reading Hunt's writing, it almost felt like he just is protecting himself against disappointment, right? Not wanting to necessarily give himself over to the hype, because as he goes on to talk about, Hunt kind of frames Dickinson as the piece that could potentially put LSU over the top if he can live up to that potential. Because right there in the middle of the lineup, like you said, maybe provide a little protection to somebody like Bear, right? Like if he does end up being All-American good, then LSU suddenly may be championship good. So if those are the stakes, I could almost feel Hunt being like, well, look, I definitely want that to be true, but let's just pump the brakes and not get too ahead of our skis and see what he can do. So Dickinson is the name here. Reeves is the wild card. He put up crazy numbers at Blinn. He's a lefty. Hit 398 over 2 years. 28 home runs, 28 doubles, 142 ribbies. Maybe he ends up working in the DH role a little bit. Either way, a couple of big bats making big step ups in competition with big expectations, especially with Dickinson. That's looking like who's going to be your second baseman this year.
Yeah, and you have a lot of players on this roster that were top transfer portal players, and you never quite know how it's going to work out in a new spot. And so you want to fully give yourself over to all the players that we've talked about, and you do have to wait and see, to Hunt's point there. A ton of potential. You do have multiple players that feel like you can test there, rotate around there, and if you had to go back to, a Milam there just because something else happened, you could. Not that you don't want to do that right now because you want him on the left side of the infield, but you're hoping that all these portal players live up to not even necessarily the hype that they were at their smaller school, but get close to what they were. Like, can they give you close to the same production? Because it's the SEC. The SEC and the WAC, no offense to the Western Athletic Conference, they're not the same thing. No. You're just hoping that he can show some of the same tools that he did in that conference.
So right now, we basically have Aaron Beatty penciled in as the starting catcher, though that's up for a bit of debate. Bear Jones is number one with a bullet at second. And now we can go ahead and what did I say first? My bad. No, I said second. At first. And then I think Dickinson, a pretty safe bet to get that nod day one there at second. So slowly guys are starting to learn. Okay, we're starting to see the infield take a bit of shape here. God, I can't wait for baseball. Sorry, Alondra, I meant to leave you time, but we are 20 seconds here from the end of the hour. Coming up next, let's dive into one of the juiciest takes that I've ever read. It's absolutely fantastic. Cam Newton just out here chefing it up. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Through 15th at Abundant Life Church in Denham Springs.
Get your tickets today at cytbatonrouge.org.
And on February 22nd, CCT presents A Night at the Movies. This family-friendly concert highlights songs from musicals that are also in the movies, big show-stopping numbers, and emotional, powerful ballads. Get tickets for Seussical and A Night at the Movies today at cytbatonrouge.org.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, January 31st. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 72. In hour two of today's show, we'll talk about Cam Newton and his latest hot takes and Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
How is that even a question? Would a three-peat make the Chiefs the greatest NFL dynasty? Nobody's ever done it.
He's the only one to ever do it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess semantically you could say, this would be the greatest run, but not necessarily the greatest dynasty. They've made 7 AFC championships in a row.
That's ludicrous.
Ludicrous. The only thing crazier is probably how little respect Nick Sirianni gets, considering he's going to his second Super Bowl in 4 years as a head coach and has the best overall winning percentage in the NFL. What, Taylor? Say something.
This is the.
I'm going to get Big Dom out here to whoop your ass when he comes in town next week.
I don't know who that is, but
Big
good
Dom.
Luck.
That's
Good luck
Nick
to him.
No,
anyways,
that's Nick Sirianni. How do you not know? You're chronically online.
Big Dom.
Big Dom. Nick Sirianni's like Italian right hand man. He's like a little bit of
the guy who's like the kind of like the get back coach, but he's also like security too.
More than the get back coach, Tay.
He's like security for Nick Sirianni.
He's more than security. Is security. You know. The same way that Big Dom's associates are into waste management. Yeah, that's how Big Dom's security.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Be fun to hang out with, it sounds like.
We're
what I was going to say.
Face up in a ditch next week in New Orleans with a cannoli stuffed down his mouth. You better be careful, Bo.
I didn't know where you're going to put that cannoli.
I know where Taylor wants me to put it. On the plate so he can eat it for dinner.
Correct. Yep. For the 14th straight year, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes AFC Championship. So we were talking about dynasties.
Yeah.
It's half my life.
Well, I mean, again, I think I think Patty lost maybe 2 out of the first 3 to Tom in the AFC Championship. Like there was a while there at the beginning of this run where they were the two ones meeting up every time. Again, it is insane that we had Brady and he looked like he put together a resume that should have been untouchable. And now you have Patrick Mahomes actually keeping pace and exceeding in some ways. Now, can he do it for another 20 years? That's ultimately going to be the thing that separates. But it's wild that it's even in the cards, that it's even in play right now.
Who beat them in the Super Bowl that year?
The Bucs.
Are you talking about when the
Tom
Chiefs?
Brady and Bucs?
Yeah.
when the Chiefs made. Oh wait,
when they made the Super Bowl and lost, it was the Bucs.
Wow, that's wild.
He's only lost to Brady and Burrow.
Yeah, true. Even though I don't think we ever brought this on air, but there are some insane Josh Allen numbers for his playoff career. Josh Allen is like, I think he's number one all time in yards per game. He's number one all time in touchdown to turnover ratio. He's like number one passer rating.
Number one in total touchdowns as well.
Okay, yeah. So he's got all these number one all time playoff stats for the quarterback position, and yet he just can't get somebody to make the play for him. He needs his David Tyree, and he just can't get it. Dalton Kincaid, very hard catch, but that ball, I did not realize until further reflection, that ball absolutely somehow hit him in the hands.
Also, he takes one step forward. It's an even easier catch. Josh Allen?
But the physics of it were crazy. How could he be expecting
I wouldn't say
to
even easier. That's like a fly
I'm saying,
ball.
but he didn't have to go down low
in the wind and redirect his body. Would he tell you he should have caught it? Yeah, but it ain't nothing easy.
No, I'm saying it's like, that's why I mentioned David Tyree, right? It's not that degree difficult, but it's a hard catch. But it's like, but all these great players, somebody makes the play for them.
Yeah.
And Josh has like the digs drop, the missed field goal. He needs someone. Whatever.
His last 3 games against the Chiefs in the playoffs, 931 yards, 6 touchdowns, no turnovers. 0-3.
I would be so pissed.
Yep.
Oh man. You know who I'm not mad at, and I just continue to love more and more. Our ludicrously dressed king, the best college football player I've ever seen live, Cam Newton. I mean, look, Cam Newton has dominated every phase of life that he's ever been at, really. Everything he's ever engaged in, frankly. Maybe besides theft. But he's been great at everything else. And the media game is no different, as he understands how it works. He's out here cooking. They asked him, do you want a Super Bowl championship for MVP? He said, MVP. Oh, does that make you mad? Duh. And then how about this, Jake? I read this take, and I felt like I was sitting down at a Michelin 3-star restaurant with some new age avant-garde chef who's serving me pudding, or what looks like pudding, only it's actually somehow like fried chicken and delicious. Just subverting, just really crafting together baking takes that boggle the mind. His latest take, Taylor, on your Dallas Cowboys is that Jerry Jones has hired Brian Schottenheimer to be a 1-year rental sort of fall guy so that the Cowboys tank. They get the number 1 overall pick. They draft Arch Manning, and then he hires Nick Saban. Can you imagine a bigger publicity-fueled football team than the Dallas Cowboys being quarterbacked by Arch Manning and coached by Nick Saban? It's genius. It's elements that I never would have put together. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Yet, like all great takes, there's a level of logic there that gives it a bit of weight. Compliments to the chef. Great job.
Can never happen. I told y'all this with the Deion news. Jerry cannot have the spotlight on anyone but himself. It will never happen. He can't do it. Stephen Jones wouldn't do it either. Freaking was gaslighting the media the other day.
What was he saying?
He was introducing Schottenheimer, which why wouldn't the GM do that? What the hell is Steven doing up there anyways? But beside the point, he got up there and said, yeah, a lot of people are questioning this hire and talking about our drought that everyone talks about, like in air quotes. I'm like, you haven't been to the NFC Championship in 30 years. You're in a drought. Stop acting like we're the ones that are painting you're in a drought. You're in a drought. Every team in the NFC's made it more recently than you.
Shout out to Commanders.
Not good.
Can you imagine if Arch was the Dallas Cowboys quarterback?
Oh my gosh. There would be nothing else on TV. Like all these takes right now, they would just shift to that. That's all they would talk about. Your boy Chase Daniel right now, that's all he'd be talking about.
ESPN be out there looking like Scarface, only instead of cocaine, it's just Arch headlines. Just sitting at the table, just
Arch and the Cowboys.
Oh! Our expectations for Arch week 1? Is Arch going to be Rookie of the Year? Can Arch finally bring the Cowboys back to an NFC East title? Is Arch make the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders immediately? It would be unreal.
Is Arch going to be the best Manning?
Well, should Peyton or Eli sign on to coach the Cowboys?
Oh, that would be the Peyton Manning rumors they'd go crazy. I'd hate it. I would hate all of that.
Jeez, no, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why? Arch is probably going to be awesome.
No, not because I don't like Arch, just because
Yeah.
He is that.
I don't like when media does crap like that.
Wait, so what about, so you don't like how the Cowboys are covered then? Because that's what the media does every single day with the Cowboys.
Cowboys are covered negatively now, so no, I don't, but I don't like that either.
How do you feel about Red Bull? Because Arch is a Red Bull guy now. You saw it. First NIL deal.
Is it my favorite? No. Do I drink it? Yeah. So.
What you working with today, Bo?
Guys, it's been a long week. We got the NOS today. We had to break out the big guns.
Old Faithful.
Jake, his morning got started off great. As soon as he walked in, I cracked that cap open.
I was about to walk in the door. He, in case of emergency, break the glass, got the NOS this morning.
I did.
Oh, my God. That would...
I just can't see Nick Saban wanting to coach NFL players.
So, okay. So let's be clear about the take here if we want to dissect it. Of course it's absurd.
Yeah.
First off, it's going to be really hard to get the number one pick when you have CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Dak Prescott. Like, it's going to be really hard to get the number one pick. Secondly, Nick Saban wasn't a good NFL coach.
No.
And he left college because it was coming more like the NFL.
That's what I was getting at.
No, I know exactly, right? You're right. That's what I'm saying. And I will say I find no fault with the Arch angle, though, actually.
I kind of don't either, but it's really funny to me either way.
In that, like, if you did have the number one pick and Arch does end up being the quarterback that we think he can be next year, like, yeah, that would, that would be the literal most legendary pairing in football history.
Tell you what,
the earth would explode.
If Arch Manning joined the Cowboys, he would become my favorite player. Because he replaced Dak Prescott. And that's what I've been waiting for years. So Arch Manning, look, big fan of him if he can get there.
Come on down.
I hope
Take over this poverty franchise.
I hope you have to experience something like Derek Carr. Actually, even though I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
Derek ain't got an $89 million cap hit next year.
$89 million?
$89 million.
That's y'all's fault.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying it could be worse. Yeah, but this guy's the highest paid player in the league. I'd rather a bad quarterback who's not getting paid a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I think Derek Carr's getting paid a little too much, but that's just me.
You think what, Lon?
Carr's getting paid a little too much.
I think quarterbacks get paid too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree.
Let's say that. Because, again.
For what he is, though.
I know, but that's the crazy thing that we talk about during the season. For what he is, he's paid what? Like the 18th highest in the league or whatever?
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy, but like that's where it is. So for what he is, you're basically getting maybe even arguably a bit above market value, though you could argue the Andrews no. But yeah, quarterbacks are just paid too much.
You know who deserves more?
No.
Running backs.
I actually agree with that.
So we were talking about, who's I talking about this with? Maybe Paul Chestnut down there in Mobile, but I think running back's in an odd spot where Saquon, Derrick Henry, Josh, they've done a lot for showing that, oh no, this is still a critical piece to team success and can put you over the top. But now the fight is, Jake, are they outliers? Or like if you're in a complete rebuild, like if you don't have a quarterback, can the running back matter? Or is the running back the final piece of the puzzle to put you over the top? If you're already set everywhere else, then you can invest in a running back. Back in the day, you could say, forget about a quarterback. I'm going to go Emmitt Smith or whatever. You can have the franchise running back, invest in him, and have him carry you to a championship. I don't know that that's proven, but I do think that running back value is in a better spot than it has been over the last few years when you look at the Giants nosediving, the Titans nosediving, and the teams that Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley join rising and getting much, much better.
I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at contracts, and you would be shocked by the people that make more money than some of the top running backs. Like Christian Kirk makes, let's see, $24 million more in overall salary than any running back in the NFL. Christian Kirk.
It's Tay-Tay's boy.
You have to go, and I'll give you an example. Like, I'm just going to pick a random person here. Juwan Taylor, right tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, who has more penalties than anybody in the NFL over the last 2 years, $80 million. And when you go to running back, all right, Josh Jacobs at $48 million, highest value. You can't tell me that Christian Kirk means more to his team by $24 million over Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, like all these names. Joe Mixon, 25.5. Joe Mixon was a large reason why the Texans were in the position that they were. I'm not saying they should be the highest paid, but the difference between the top running backs and the rest of the NFL is ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
So it's interesting because objectively you are correct, obviously, about those guys meaning more than a Christian Kirk. But we all know it's a market. It's a market based on position, right? What's fascinating to me, Jake, is can running backs do what wide receivers did? Because a few years ago, remember, we all accepted it as fact. Team building theory. You could not pay a wide receiver and win. Remember how crazy it was when Mike Thomas was fighting for $20 million a year?
Yeah.
And everybody thought the Saints were wild for doing it. And then slowly but surely, guys did what Saquon and Henry and these guys have done this year, right? And they kept showing, oh, wait, no, this position still has massive value. And that equates to winning, not just stats. It equates to winning. And all of a sudden now, wide receivers viewed like a position that you have to pay if you want to win. So I think these markets change over time. In the same way we're kind of seeing the NFL meta shift and the run game seems to be making a bit of comeback, defense making a bit of a comeback, Jake. Maybe through that running back value starts to rubber band back up a bit.
I mean, I sure hope so, because you go down the list and guys like David Montgomery, who was just huge for the Lions this year, overall value $18.25 million. James Conner, $19 million. I mean, you can continue to go down the list of guys. Even like Breece Hall's making $9 million total value of his contract. So it's just the difference between the running back position and everybody else. It's just like everybody just has to accept it, because NFL front offices have just told you that's how it's going to be. And I don't think they're going to have that moment like the receiver had. And in the NFL draft, it's like, oh, okay, well, this running back, he's like a second, third round guy, because that's like first round guy at any other position. I'm like, why are we doing that? Like, why are we having to like tell ourselves like this is different because it's the running back position? I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, when he got selected 12 overall, everybody's like, this is an awful pick. Turned out he was pretty important to the Detroit Lions.
I think the problem with running back is still that you feel as if you can get a lot of guys to be good enough. And I don't know if that's fair, unfair, accurate, inaccurate, but like it still feels like it's really hard to find the guys with the super high ceilings, but that in terms of the floor of what is like the base level of what you can get away with, that there's a lot of guys that you can get that with.
Only the Kansas City Chiefs, of all the divisional winners, only the Chiefs didn't have a stud at running back.
Oh, that's interesting.
A large part of that's because Pacheco was hurt. Like when Pacheco's full strength,
so
he's really good.
I mean, look, if Henry, if those cats keep it up, like this will start to change. Like next contract negotiations, they'll have more leverage.
So Buffalo Bills, James Cook. Baltimore Ravens, Derrick Henry. Houston Texans, Joe Mixon. Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley. Detroit Lions, they got a two-headed monster. Tampa Bay, Bucky Irving with what he did.
Yeah.
L.A. Rams.
When was Bucky drafted?
I think fourth?
Yeah.
There you go.
Fourth round?
Yeah. So you got Kyron Williams with the L.A. Rams. another divisional winner. So you got to have one.
We'll see. Over time, I wonder if it starts to change. Hey, Taylor, Dak Prescott will make $130,769 today.
I know.
Makes $1.50 per second.
No.
Oh, my God.
It's a good feeling.
$1.50 per second.
Yeah, dude.
Man, he just made $4.50.
So I'm saying you're doing like so you're doing a workout where you're like 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid like that's another $50. Hell yeah, dude.
$130,769 today is wild. Like if you make that in a year, you're like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. In no way does that make me feel
good.
insignificant and like a complete failure in life. That's good. That's good. All right. When we get back, guys, Zion looks great. Okay, he looks pretty good. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it means. I'm just saying he looks pretty good. We'll talk about it next. Here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Main Event Baton Rouge. Main Event right here in Baton Rouge, guys, is your headquarters for fun, okay? If you know what a main event is, it's a just super family fun entertainment space with professional level bowling lanes, a multi-level laser tag arena. We got a gravity ropes course you can go play around. We got tons of arcade games, all your favorites there to play. And right now, you mention OTB and you get a free 30-minute all-you-can-play game card. How about that? So if you're planning a birthday party, you're honoring your a team you're a part of, you're doing some team bonding, we have dedicated party planners ready to go for you. We have a newly revised food and drink menu. How about this, Jake? The food and fun combo. Starting in $19.99. You get food and a card to have some fun. What do you mention off the bench? Main event.
Go to mainevent.com. Check out those hours open late tonight. They'll be open till 2 a.m. Go check it out. Mainevent.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. OTB, roll right along, child. Taylor, you said you were drinking an old-fashioned and reading a book last night?
Yeah.
Oh, is there a little guy growing up? What's going on?
Old. I don't know. I'm gonna blame Victoria. That's a her move. That's not the old-fashioned
step in every young man's life when you start enjoying a nightcap.
I know. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
What book were you reading? Hold on. Let's take guesses here. What genre of book would Taylor be reading?
It's easy.
History, a autobiography.
I'm gonna go like true crime.
I'm gonna go horror.
T-Bob is the winner.
Yeah, duh.
When if he hadn't said
True crime
easy,
is
I was
horror.
gonna say some sort of self-improvement BS. But when he said easy, you knew. It was horror.
I'm not that deep of a person. I'm just not
That's
that
fair.
deep. Like true crime, horror, that kind of fits. Both of those.
Is this a good line? I made this up in my head the other day.
Okay.
I'm gonna call somebody shallow. Like, you're so shallow, if you were soil, you'd be fallow. You know?
So maybe I'm like too dumb to get this one, but I don't really get it.
I don't get it either.
Like fallow soils, like bad soil, you can't grow stuff.
I didn't know that.
And so, like, I'm guessing like it's hard to grow stuff in
Okay.
shallow soil.
Yeah.
Boy, you so shallow. If you soil, you'd be fallow.
No.
I don't hate it,
Okay.
but it took us a while to get there.
That's fine.
I'm
No, it's
too
fine.
much-
That's why I
Yeah.
put it to rim.
I'm too much of a
If it
meathead.
doesn't work,
I
it doesn't
don't
work.
follow.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I didn't know what fallow was.
My brain's working at about 50% right now.
Yeah. I feel that. Wait, so what book are you reading?
It was Night Shift, Stephen King.
Wait, they made a movie about Night Shift. I've seen it. It's not bad. Not a bad flick.
They made
Thriller.
They've made movies about I think everything Stephen King's ever written.
Yeah, true. Touche.
Guys, I'm not saying that I care. I am saying I think Zion looks pretty good physically. Here was Zion Williamson talking to the media about why he's not playing in back-to-backs.
Let me make this clear to everybody out there. If I can play in the back-to-backs, I would. I physically, yes, I can. But I work for the Pelicans. They have decided that based off the numbers, it's not smart to do that right now. So, if that's what they feel, I'm rocking with them on that. But yes, if I could play in a back-to-back, I would.
Ooh. There's a lot to unpack there. First off, again, he looks great, guys.
He does.
He really does. That's the best shape I've ever seen him look like he's in. It's also the most, animated I've ever seen him. That's like maybe the closest you see him to, getting mad in, an interview setting. It also, to me, it's impossible to ignore that it feels like the relationship's broken when you hit him with the they. Not we, they. I work for the Pelicans, and they are deciding to hold me out of this. And so I'm rocking with them. I mean, am I wrong? Am I reaching here?
No, I think if
I am, tell me. I don't care.
I mean, somewhat. I think it's a situation where he knows that he's catching a lot of heat, catching a lot of strays because he's not playing in back-to-backs. And he wants to put the message out there, if I was the decision maker, I would be playing in back-to-backs. I don't have that power. The Pelicans, as a franchise, say, I can't do that. They've looked at the analytics and they say we can't get that done. So I don't think it's necessarily saying that the relationship is bad. I think it's just him wanting to get out in front and say, I hear y'all. I see the strays, but no, it's not me. It's a franchise decision.
Yeah. You're right. I mean,
they're awful.
How much frustration
12 and 36
being created, though? But look how good he looks.
They've lost 4 in a row.
I can't make a joke today. He looks really good.
He does.
I always make a joke.
I'm not going to lie. Like, it took me a minute to figure out if that was AI or not.
There you go.
He also is just talking kind of weird.
In that he's kind of talking more than we've that's the most I feel like I've ever heard him talk.
AI Zion.
Am I the only one that's really pissed off by that video?
In which way?
Zion acts like this is the first time he's just taking it easy and not playing. He's like, guys, I mean, it's just the damnedest thing. I work for the Pelicans. Like, it's on them. Never, forget about the fact that last year the Pelicans couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And I said, I just don't feel like Zion. Not the decision maker, guys. It's them. It's all them. It's not me.
JJ kind of got a point.
Avo, I think, is kind of rock with you. He said this coming from the guy who didn't play last year because, quote, he didn't feel like Zion.
Yeah.
Zion's okay. But what he is telling us here, though, is that he does feel like Zion. But the Pelicans, because of his past, and I would say justifiably so, are worried and taking this thing really with kid gloves. I saw the thing where Joel Embiid's like played in half games of his career, missed half the games in his career. What is Zion? Like, where's he at in that regard?
He's definitely not played as many as he's missed.
Right? Like, he's got to be on the other side of that ratio, right?
I think coming into the year, he had played, didn't we do this? Wasn't it like mid-50s, like 56, 55% of his games, something like that, coming into this year?
Yeah, that's even
it's dropped a lot this year. But
Daniel Brunson Zion's still a huge child. So, I know he's meaning that as a pejorative. That is something I was also kind of struck by watching this is because he looks so young, man. He's a super young man, And so, like, okay, I see his body now, and he looks good, and maybe he's finally locked in. But it's like, it does kind of remind you that, yes, while you see others do it, and so I understand the expectations. You can hold him to whatever expectations you want to personally. He's a kid when he got here, and it's taken him a few years maybe to figure it out. Which, again, like I'm not making any excuses, but it is something that was kind of on my that was floating through my brain as I sit here as a 36-year-old man looking at my cell phone in Mobile, Alabama, sitting at a table, and I'm like, oh, sorry, like, what the hell's wrong with it? Like, okay, I don't know.
A quick Google search says that Zion has played in 197 games in his career, and he has missed 207.
Well.
It's actually not that far off from Joel Embiid, which is maybe a bit surprising.
Missed 47%. So Joel Embiid's over 50.
No, I agree. Yeah. But I'm saying it's not like wildly off considering how we talk about the two players.
It's not.
He's not getting paid like Kitts Mitchell. No, I know. I get it. I don't want to be misconstrued as excusing. I'm just talking about it. It is interesting to think about, as an older man now. What is Zion, like 23, 24 maybe?
Probably 25. This is year 6.
Yeah, it's 24.
24.
But he looks great.
He does look good.
And I'm happy for him there.
He's 24.
I feel like I feel like I'm in a breakup, but I've actually arrived at a pretty good spot where I'm genuinely happy. I'm genuinely happy that he looks good. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm not diving back in. I moved on. I'm good, but I'm like Michael Caine when he nods to Christian Bale at the end of the Batman trilogy, right? Just, you look good, man. You look good. And then I'm just going to go back to ignoring the Pelicans because they're 12 and 32.
What are they going to do with B.I.?
Should have traded him before the season. We talked about this.
That is going to be the thing that, for me, like, is the straw that breaks the camel's back for David Griffin. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if you had to take a discount or take a bad deal. Like, it doesn't make any sense that. I think there were Raptors rumors maybe the other day with B.I.
the Raptors.
It just sucks because I love David Griffin's. I just love how he talks. I love his loquacious nature. And I can get sucked in by that stuff and convinced that you're like super smart and going to be a guaranteed success. And Griffin had me hook, line, and sinker. But objectively, the results have been awful. And I don't know how you could choose him to continue to lead when he retained Gentry, brought in Gundy. And I actually think Willie Green has potential, but has had some bad things go against him. But at the end of the day, it's gotten to be a large sample size as well.
So it looks like the latest for Brandon Ingram would be potentially to get traded to the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh.
I actually like B.I. I don't hate that.
No, B.I. is good. But B.I.'s problem is he works his ass off. It's a toughness deal, though.
Yeah.
Because him with injuries, there are definitely times when he could come back and he just, for whatever reason, does. But when he's on, he's locked in. He gives you everything that he has. I don't think that's the problem with B.I. at all. Avo says, happy for what? We're about to be in the cuck chair watching Zion at thrive at his next team. That's true. That's true. Whatever. I just mean that, just happy for me. It looks good. That's fine. The ship of Theseus, the Pelicans will sail on. And they'll probably be the same god-awful ship that they've always been. So, whatever.
If you're not replacing the parts.
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, we are going to. It doesn't matter. I'm going to replace the Zion main staff with another. It doesn't matter. Not Wimpy.
Sorry about it.
I know.
I'm actually not.
I know.
Maybe they can get the number 1 pick again.
Hell yeah. Third time's a charm, right? I mean, got to work out this time, dude. Anyway. I'm happy, Zion. You look great, man.
Yeah.
You look great. All right. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. And, yeah, there's a lot of talk of Griff riding LeBron's coattail. Very true. Get Gordon. Get it done. 225-888-8888. This is somebody who gets it done. Okay, for his customers each and every day. Stands into the big insurance companies and gets you what you deserve when you get into an accident. You go to getgordon.com, you see the results of past customers, see the cases that they handle, fill out a console form to get in touch immediately, or just pick up the phone and call 888-8888. And remember to follow them on social media at Get Gordon.
When you go to the website, getgordon.com, you can have a chat with them right there. It's going to pop up a little chat agent so you can get your question answered on the site. We always tell you as well, you can check out what they can do for you in the courtroom, past client results, all that information. Then at Get Gordon's going to be the handle on all major social media. See what they're doing in your local community throughout the state. And also pick up the phone, give them a call. Just put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and
It was an evening I shared with the sun to find out where we belong. From the earliest days.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back to Off the Bench. So, have you seen the Nizer Forkran story? I have no idea. I didn't care to look up how to pronounce his name. I don't know if I'm right or wrong there.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's a Wisconsin cornerback.
Oh, yeah, the D2, D3 kid.
Yes. So he is the latest to challenge the NCAA on eligibility issues. As Nizer says, look, man, you're telling me my 5 years of eligibility is up, but I played 2 years at D2. Shouldn't it count? So he's suing the NCAA. Look, to be clear, if you remember the Diego Pavia story, Diego Pavia sued the NCAA saying that why should my JUCO count when it's not under, I think, the NCAA umbrella. Diego's been granted an injunction, which basically just means he's eligible for now and probably for likely the season because the court case won't be till afterwards, until the courts can rule whether or not he's right or wrong. So what do we always say about our guy, Valeris Paterculus, when it comes to precedents? No man considers a course base for himself that has proven profitable to others. Okay. Well, Nizer said, that worked for Diego. I'm going to see if it's going to work for me.
Yeah.
And he's basically doing the exact same thing, antitrust, Sherman, blah, 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 saying that his D2 years should not count against his eligibility, Jake. Jake, you were very cool with Pavia.
Yeah.
Being like, yeah, dude, let the guy play. How we feeling about Nizer?
I'm still okay with it. You're coming from a lower division. Now, here's the problem, though.
Okay.
Division II is within the NCAA.
And JUCO is officially not.
And JUCO is not.
Okay. That would feel like in the legal setting that would matter a lot here.
I think it is. I think it's going. Now, the NCAA has not had great fortune in a courtroom anytime lately. So I don't know, but that would probably be their biggest argument is, well, they still fall under the same umbrella as FCS, FBS.
Yeah.
So maybe that can be they're out there. I'm all for kids, like that are playing up and playing at a different level. Maybe get one extra year. So
I don't know. I mean, look, this is the slippery slope that we were talking about. The kind of continued erosion of eligibility continues. Now, to be clear, the JUCO front, it's not actually been ruled on yet, and it won't be for a while. It is a temporary injunction here that's allowing Pavia to play. So we don't know where the courts will land on this in a long-term sense. But I didn't love it with Pavia. I accepted, though, the kind of legal element of, like you said, outside the NCAA umbrella.
What was your biggest problem with Pavia?
You
hate Vanderbilt?
No.
You hate Clark Lee?
No.
You hate fullbacks?
No.
Nashville.
I think you could go pay another quarterback if you want, if you're Vandy, right? No, it is that. I mean, look, on a personal level, I am happy for Pavia because he's obviously not going to be an NFL guy, and he's able to make money.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. And I want all these cats to make money. I don't love, one of the things I love, though, about college football is the turnover. It's the new faces. And it's the challenges of having to rebuild rosters, do all these things. And it gets kind of more and more boring. I don't know, where is it? What's the next argument that's going to say, well, actually, you're violating Sherman antitrust laws because you're not allowing me to play an eighth year, blah, 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 blah. Where does it end? And yes, slippery slope arguments are always used by people they're kind of weak arguments, right? Because a lot of times they will be like, well, if this happens, then this is going to happen. And the second thing they say is crazy and really out of pocket. But this does kind of fit in with an overall pattern of just erosion of all eligibility rules in many ways. And where does it end? And does it just become a full semi-pro league where you can't kick anybody out ever? I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm with you. Because as much as I love Cam Rising, my brother, it is time, as Will Campbell would say, to go work at Amazon.
Time to go.
I love you. Great hair. Tough. You're old. It's time to move on. So I am with you in some of that. There's push and pull. Dylan Gabriel this year, he's an older guy. He got another year. That was kind of awesome to see him go out there at Oregon after Oklahoma's nah, we're good. We're going to go roll with Jackson Arnold. He's like, oh, okay, bet. He goes and does what he does. But there does come a point where you're you got to move on.
Yeah.
It's time. Because to what you're saying, there's no way that players I'm going to list some LSU players, myself, maybe, Justin Jefferson, Lloyd Cushenberry,
T-Bob
Foster
Hebert.
Moreau,
Yep,
Duke Riley, Debo Jones. None of those players probably get a scholarship to LSU in the current format because we were risk. You had to take a flyer on us.
Yeah.
Being lower rated guys. You were not, by the way. You were highly
I didn't know
rated.
where you were going with that. I thought you were doing a thing where what if those guys got to stay in college? How good would they have been?
No.
No, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
No, I was saying you could take a chance on a Jets or whoever because you had a spot for them. And now that spot's probably not there for that player. So, part of me being a part of that conversation, yeah, it's, you reach a certain point. I think Diego Pavia is a little bit different because JUCO is not the NCAA.
It's true. It's good. I mean, it's a good point. It's a very good legal point.
Yeah, and the JUCO, that's a tough living playing JUCO football.
Yeah.
It's not JUCO baseball where it's a little bit, on a higher level, nicer facilities and different things. I'm not saying JUCO baseball is the best, but you know what I'm saying. JUCO football is not.
No.
We've all seen Last Chance U. We know what that grind is. So there's certain cases, but for the most part, you're probably right. Go ahead, go get a job.
Well, my deal is, I want Diego Pavia to be paid, but I want the next Diego Pavia to be paid too. And if these guys just keep sticking around, there's no opportunity for the next guy either. So, you pave the way for the next generation. All right. When we get back, let's go ahead and wrap up hour number one here. Excuse me, that's not true. Is it hour two?
Hey, you said that, and my body shut down.
Hour two of OTB Action. We're going to do Tay-Tay's NFL Story of the Day next. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
How about it, guys? TrashRangers.com. TrashRangers.com. Poor Tay-Tay. He's stuck in the same boat that many of us are, where he's not allowed to choose who does his residential trash pickups. And he said the national guys just like straight up didn't come for like 2 weeks with the snow and everything. But if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you have a chance. You have a choice about who handles your residential pickup. And you can go with the local guys, Trash Rangers. You can figure out firsthand where they have 1,000 5-star reviews, why you see the red cans popping up all over your neighborhood. You can get the text the night before it's your day, so you never get to put out the cans again. And you can take advantage of a half-off promotion going on right now. That's right, for as low as $13.95 a month. Go to trashrangers.com, make the switch today.
Yeah, when you go there, you can sign up. Bottom left corner, residential, right there in the middle, commercial service. And then on the bottom right, sign up for roll-off dumpster. 3 different sizes to choose from, trashrangers.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Welcome back to OTB, guys. It's time for a little Tay-Tay NFL story today.
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL story of the day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
Guys, does Taylor Swift being at the Super Bowl raise the prices of tickets?
I would say yes.
I wouldn't think so. I mean,
as of yesterday, on the secondary market, the average ticket price for a single ticket to the Super Bowl, $10,300 is the average price. Cheapest ticket to get in, $5,400. Cheapest lower bowl, $8,500.
Yeah.
If you want to sit 50-yard line at the Super Bowl right now, $54,000 for a single game ticket.
It's not for us.
Commercials, $8 million for a 30-second commercial.
This is like the equivalent of, getting to go to the gladiatorial games in Rome. Okay.
Yep.
It ain't for the people living on the townships outside the city. It's for the big merchants, the senators, the bigwigs.
I will say, you know how we're going to be there next week all week?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, there's going to be a bunch of men with money out there.
There you go. Yeah. Good luck.
T-Bob thought the same.
Yeah, T was
Good luck.
But they said
Jalen Hurts.
Are we giving up on Zuck?
I mean,
He loves the UFC now.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like a Super Bowl guy.
isn't he also 5'4"?
I don't know. That doesn't matter. Shoot,
That don't make his
He-
bank account any smaller.
But he's 6'2" when he stands on his wallet.
That's what
That's
I'm about
fair.
to say. Nah, he's
Oh, no, man.
7'2".
No, but the money,
I can't
the
be
money,
bigger than the guy that I'm with.
the money coming
Unless it's
into
Mark
New
Zuckerberg.
Orleans
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
is incredible. Did y'all see Shad Khan's yacht that's parked
Yeah.
at the port of New Orleans?
Whose
Yeah,
is it?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, Shad Khan, the owner
I've
of the
heard Arthur
Jacksonville
Blank
Jaguars.
has his giant
A
$200 million yacht.
400-foot, $360 million yacht. This yacht here has a basketball court. It has a movie theater. It costs $36 million annually just to maintain,
Billionaires
for
are
maintenance
so
and
tight.
care and all that. So just think about how much money is in the Super Bowl right now.
Tight, cool. My wife, bless her, doesn't know anything about sports at all. A couple weeks back, she was like, because my birthday's on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
She was like, I was thinking about getting you a couple Super Bowl tickets. I was like, girl, how much do you think they are? She's like, I don't know, like $500?
Dude, I did that for Victoria
Poor
yesterday. I was
Caitlin.
like,
she thought that was probably that's a great idea.
Yeah.
She was like, I got it.
I did that for Victoria. I said, give me the
man.
average
Poor
price of a
girl.
Super Bowl
For
ticket.
real.
And Victoria goes, this might be high, but average price probably $1,500. It's like $10,000.
Dude, no. I mean, the most I ever paid for a ticket in my life was to T-Bob y'all's national championship game in 2011. Those are like $3,500 a piece.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. Wasted a lot of people's mortgages that day.
Yeah.
Wasn't my fault.
You didn't play.
Exactly. It's Taylor's fault. Hour 3 next.
Off the bench.
After the game, Les Miles actually told me, I never told anybody this. So it's funny because you're only getting this if you're listening live. But Les told me that he didn't put Jay Lee in the game because Taylor told him not to. I know. I know. I said, why are you listening to this 8-year-old child's coach? He said, shut up and block. Okay. KTZ window coverings, KTOZblinds.com. KTOZ Blinds. Look, Brandon Barnes got 20 years of experience in this game, so if you need new blinds, window coverings, drapery, shades, whatever the case may be, maybe some drop-down exterior shading for like an outdoor kitchen, something like that, they got you. It's any price point as well. Starter home, home of the dreams, doesn't matter. Have Brandon out to your home, and within 20 minutes, you'll know your options functionally, aesthetically, and what's going to make your home the place that you always dreamed of it being. Go to KTOZblinds.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Good morning. It's at 9 a.m. here on Friday, January 31st. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 72. In hour 3 of today's show, Rivers Huey stops by the studio for a full hour of champagne shenanigans. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB hour number 3. That's right, it's Friday, hour 3, so it's time to tune in, turn off, and drop out, guys. That's right, baby. Champagne shenanigans time. Only unlike Dr. Leary, we will not be doing LSD. We'll be drinking some champagne.
Cool.
Would you? I mean, that's what they used to say.
Yeah.
Timothy Leary and all them. Welcome back to hour 3. We have been saving the Justin Tucker story, so we will engage with some of that. As I don't know that I ever would have expected
happy that
to
waited for me.
Walk in. Well, I mean, it was also maybe waiting for a more appropriate time for the audience as well, as it's a story that's got some.
I actually don't think
it's in the Sean Watson case.
I know that you were talking about it yesterday, and y'all kind of talked about it in the car. I haven't really asked any questions. I have not engaged with it at all.
Yeah.
I have
no
idea
saw
what's
and
going
then
on.
I know. I mean, T-Bob was like a fan of how he was in the opera and like all, a Renaissance man and all those things, and so I immediately sent it to T-Bob.
Yeah.
Because I know that he is a Justin Tucker fan.
Well, okay, let's say let's say
a little tough for you today.
Let's say that it's under.
Wait, so 2 for 2. We were at a bookstore in Mobile, and we're like walking around, and T-Bob sees a book, and he's like, "I can't believe you've never heard of this guy," and he like shamed me so hard that I had never heard of this person. And then the bookstore guy who works there like comes out of the the shadows. I don't even know where he came
Real
from.
book nerd, too.
He was like, "Oh, are you talking about so and so?"
Are you talking about Neil Gaiman?
Apparently, there's some real problematic stuff about this guy.
Oh my God.
So
I like how you're referring to Neil Gaiman. I always say Gaiman, maybe it's Gaiman. But like literally one of the most famous authors in the world of our time.
Let's pull the room.
The writer of American Gods, Good Omens.
Never heard of either of those.
Thank you.
Never.
So T-Bob was shaming me for not knowing this guy, and then the bookstore guy came out and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's got some problematic stuff going on." Justin Tucker
the only
stuff.
thing
I mean, I'm kind of with
yes.
T-Bob on this one. My favorite kicker is Harrison Butker, so like, I'm with you, dude.
He respects women though.
That tracks. That feels right.
Mine's Dicker the kicker, so Cam Dicker.
I hardly even know her.
I was about to,
That was a good one.
Favorite joke. Tucker. I barely know her.
There's some nicknames in the chat that I don't know if we should say them out loud.
I think this. It does not surprise me that everybody else in this room doesn't know who Neil Gaiman is, okay? But you
don't even know how to say his
profess
last
to love
name.
books.
I know, but I just don't. I didn't know who he was. I was so shamed. Like he was just could not. And he kept naming.
He's shaming all of us.
And we don't really know what Neil did, okay? We don't really know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I have no idea.
So
I
T-Bob's
literally have no idea. I'm
Big-
not 2 for 2. I
big
don't
Justin Tucker guy.
support
Big Neil
Justin
Gaiman guy.
Tucker. But okay, I guess what we're talking about, in case you haven't seen it, I mean, like, there's no need to get into the grisly details. Essentially, Justin Tucker is being accused of Deshaun Watson stuff, like to a T, the exact same stuff.
Is Cleveland going to trade for him?
I
think they should.
Don't put it past the Browns.
Get rid of their franchise kicker and maybe a first-round pick or something. Just an idea.
Then he got his wife in the profile picture.
That said, Tucker released a statement saying the allegations in the Baltimore Band article about me are unequivocally false. Throughout my career as a professional athlete, I've always sought to conduct myself with the utmost professionalism. I've never before been accused of misconduct of any time, and I've never been accused of acting inappropriate in front of a massage therapist during massage therapy or during other body work. I've never received any complaints from a massage therapist. I've never been dismissed from massage therapy or body work session. I've never been told that I was not welcome at any spa or any other place of business. It goes on and on, but that's the gist. So,
how many times do you think you just said massage?
A lot. A vehement
massage
denial from Tucker there. And I'm the type, I'm pretty gullible. I hear someone and they're like, because even when Deshaun was kind of always a little more, he was kind of leaving the door open in his denials and that, like, maybe some stuff had gone on, but I don't feel like
Deshaun was all like, no, this happened, but it was consensual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, like that,
thank you.
Thank you. Day of.
Yes,
that's what he said.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. This is like, nah, this didn't happen at all. So I see that. I'm like, okay, maybe this story is a bit badly reported. But then, man, there's a couple pieces of evidence that just really look bad.
Yeah.
For Tucker.
Alondra was on the trail with this one?
Yeah.
You found this?
There's a tweet from 2021 that was saying that he's banned from a couple massage parlors.
It says there's one from Jay Wick
He
in
goes a little
2021
early.
out of nowhere.
He's a little
It says, fun fact, Justin Tucker ejaculates prematurely and is banned from multiple salons in Baltimore. There's another tweet from the same day in 2021 and says Justin Tucker must not have received his happy ending that he forced the masseuse to give him this week, probably because he's banned from every spa in Baltimore. And this must have been after a miss from Justin Tucker, I'm guessing, and fans are mad. Also, November 29th, 2021, another tweet, Justin Tucker is canceled, but it's not my place to provide the reason. Let's just say he's been told by many massage places never to come back.
From a year ago, this is on a Reddit thread. What? I just think it's safe to say there's a lot of whatever. I'll skip that part. Hell, a girl I went to high school with is a massage therapist and put on Facebook a few months ago that Justin Tucker is no different than Deshaun Watson, and she wouldn't cave into Tucker's demands of, like whatever he was asking for. The massage studio told her they go with it because of the money involved, and that's how they can actually make a good living. That's from a year ago on Reddit.
Parts of that.
Yeah, so Again, right?
Did we all just read the same thing?
Yeah. Scott in the chat, good job. You just made everybody laugh out loud. Again, it's like it's not for us to say 100% what happened here.
This is all alleged.
All alleged, but the denial feels tough to believe with those tweets existing out there back in 21.
Should he have pulled a full Fox Sports? Because remember when all the Fox Sports stuff came out like a month ago, they just were like, no, we're not going to say anything.
Just ignore it.
And it just went away. Yeah.
Just don't engage with it at all.
That's exactly what Fox did. Nobody's talking about it anymore.
It's interesting. In this situation, though, if you just don't engage with it at all, I feel like that feels very guilty.
Like you're admitting.
Like Fox is saying, yeah, this happened, but it's just not worth our time to engage with. I don't know if Tucker can just let sleeping dogs lie here. I think he has to. I think if he's going to defend himself, I think he has to.
Oh, man.
involved.
Have you just been sitting on that one? Like, what?
What I say? What I say? No, I did not, but that was great. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it.
It's a good point by Ben. He said we should believe it because he's going to falsely accuse a kicker.
That's fair.
Daniel
out of
Bassum's
everybody on
calling
the
him-
Ravens, you're gonna.
I feel like I got to take myself out of this conversation.
Because you already hated him.
Yeah. So I'm going to be biased towards probably
believe women.
The thing that he's being accused of, just because just not a fan of Justin Tucker already. So
Daniel Bass calling him Justin Tugger.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny.
That's the one that I read that I didn't know if I wanted to read it out
Easy-
loud.
Easy to get there. Easy to get there.
T-Bob made that decision for you.
He did. Yeah, no. Yeah. When he didn't read it the first time, I was like, "Oh, we're not going to do it."
Champagne
But he went back and
It is.
Are we
What's
drawing?
happening
Are we
here?
drawing the line at
Is it
Tugger?
champagne?
No.
Shenanigans? Oh, yeah.
That's what we're doing. Okay, guys, that's what we're
No,
doing. Great.
I just-
All right, cool.
And we hadn't gotten that deep into the conversation at that point. But like now that some of the facts are coming to the surface,
I
yeah.
was just thinking about not reading it because I was almost like, has just everybody already made the?
You didn't want to make the same joke
the
that
Tugger
everyone else
joke.
has.
Yeah.
I hadn't done as much research on it.
Uh,
I was worried about seeing my family and eating Chinese food last night.
Oh, I ate so much Taco Bell.
So good.
Mm.
It was so good. I'm a little food hungover. I do feel a little bad right now, but it was
I don't feel
really
great.
good going down, dude.
Yeah, no, I feel good about the food situation.
Even though
I'm
I was very
starving right now.
confused because I got a couple of Chinese dinners, one for me and one for my wife. She didn't end up wanting it, but whatever.
Who-
It's kind of like
did you-
kind of
Did
knew
you
that was
know?
maybe
I was
going to
gonna
happen.
say,
Did you
So
know
now I
that?
have some in the fridge if I want
Yeah.
again. Yeah, definitely. But I got one with shrimp lo mein, one with shrimp fried rice. The one with the shrimp lo mein came with these like big, beautiful shrimp. I mean, just some like thick boys, look like fresh, local, and then just straight up the shrimp fried rice came with like the little Chinese shrimps, little like fake little tiny little popcorn shrimps. And I'm just wondering,
Here's an idea.
why there was such a difference.
Mix them.
Yeah.
Well, I ate all
mix and
the
Put
lo
the
mein.
shrimp in there and then just kind of shake it a little bit.
No, but I wanted the shrimp lo mein. I wanted shrimp lo
Yeah,
mein.
I mean, but they were so big you could get rid of a couple of them.
Well, no, because there wasn't like a ton of them because they were so big. I mean, there's enough to be shrimp lo mein, but if I'm going to start removing shrimp from the shrimp lo mein, then the ratio is going to be all
You
off.
could have moved some of the little ones into the big ones.
I don't like the little ones. I think they taste like trash. I mean, they're
I
fine.
don't think I can help you here then.
I
was trying to find a solution.
I'm not looking for a solution. I'm
Maybe cut 'em in
wondering-
half?
No. I'm more wondering what was the difference. Like why?
Yeah.
Like why
Why are
was
some
there a
small and some-
disparity
Probably
in
because
shrimp?
you got to stab the big one, right? You can't
Yeah.
just sit it on top of the
No,
fork.
you cannot. Sit
But
on
it's-
it was a big shrimp.
I'm saying it's easier to wrap the pasta. You can't really do that with rice.
Yeah.
So maybe it has something to do with the rice too. I don't know.
impressive.
That's true.
Also,
Throw it
rice.
in
It
there.
was a big shrimp.
It was a big shrimp, bro.
And
Jumbo.
that's why.
And that's why I don't do 10-day boat races anymore. What are you saying, Alondra?
That one was crazy.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were hopping in the shrimp.
I think I was, but I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I feel that.
It's okay.
I know how that goes, dude. Alondra, do you want to give a take on Daniel Dickinson before we get out of here? Since you didn't get too early. Do you have any?
Well, I mean,
Why would you pick that last name in this segment?
It's a good point.
Just came to him.
I think that joke might be too
Alondra,
far.
baseball player coming from Utah.
I kind
Valley.
of I'm with Jake where like if to me, it doesn't mean a lot if you struggle in the fall. The one thing that I would be like slightly concerned about is a struggle in the Cape Cod League. Like,
yeah, he hit 200 in the Cod.
Yeah, but I mean, we just gotta wait to see how it plays out.
We've all seen Summer Catch, though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he got his heart broken. Maybe he was mowing the grass of the rich family down the corner. The dad didn't want him dating the daughter, and so he was trying to hide in the pool, and maybe he just had other things on his mind.
Do you remember Doug Norman played for LSU baseball? Yeah. Dougie Fresh. He was one of our interns, weirdly, but he actually, that happened to him. He went to the Cape Cod League. He's married right now to a girl.
He fell in love with Jessica Biel?
Basically.
Wow.
He basically did. She was from there. She's a local. They got married. They have 2 kids now. They live in South Carolina.
Oh, no way.
He
literally got Summer caught.
I am so proud of you that you knew the actress.
So you know what's crazy? I've never seen it, but I know it's Freddie Prinze Jr., Jessica Biel, Matthew Lillard's the best friend who's into Big Girls.
No, he's not the one into Big Girls.
Oh, he's not?
It's another player on the team.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He loves...
I don't know
he
why I
loves
remember
big
the
women,
cast
and
of
they love
Summer
him
Catch.
too.
Speaking of Matthew Lillard, he's going to be in Scream 7 or whatever number they're on.
I thought he died.
So he's
Scream
actually.
1.
Who?
I saw this the other day. He's in the second Scream, but not as the same character. He's in like the background. I saw this video there that he's in like a lot of
they
them.
brought him back. They brought him back somehow, and like now
He died in the movie.
What name did y'all just say? I didn't
No, he's not playing the same role.
No, he is.
Oh, he is?
No, because I think the last Scream he came in as a professor or something, and he's like teaching about serial killers or something.
Because his line in the
But it's
first
just like,
Scream
wow.
is probably the scene that scarred me most as a child.
Yeah.
Where he's like, my mom's going to be so mad at me, man. As he's like bleeding out. And it was like such a weird disconnect thing about it as a kid. It freaked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did they do it again? I don't even remember.
It was
for the memes.
The
Just,
the
glass
boyfriend
bonding.
did it.
Oh, there was a there was
Right,
an
I knew who
affair.
did it.
There was
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
affair. The boyfriend's mom was sleeping with
With
Ned
her
Cable's
dad.
dad, and he
Yeah.
like hated her for it.
Yeah, because his
their
parents
family.
like got divorced or something like
Okay,
that.
and her
he was-
family ended up.
But why
okay.
was Matthew
Jeez,
Lillard
guys,
doing
suck
it?
it up, dude.
It was his
Everybody's
best
parents
friend,
get
and he just
divorced.
like he just did it with him.
Okay.
Just suck it up. You weren't out there killing people.
Avo, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Little
dude.
ghost mask action?
Relax. Avo says, T-Bob, don't drink. It's the last day of dry January. Shout out to, I've been doing a dry January. It's about 11 on Thursday. So, what are we
This
about,
has been the
36 hours?
Has this not been the
It's a hell of a
longest
dry
month
January.
like of all time?
Of all time.
This
Yeah.
January
here.
always does that.
I was just thinking like New Year's
The
Eve was
Monday of
only
the year?
a month ago.
Yeah.
Like that feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
Kinda
The Sugar
suck,
Bowl
too.
feels like it was 2 football seasons ago.
Yeah, it does.
I grabbed these cups from the LSU closet, and they're just smelling a little sketchy on the
Yeah,
inside.
I don't
so
know if I'd
apologize.
grab anything from in there.
I mean,
It's smelling.
can't be worse than looking down at this mic screen.
No, I won't.
You look down at that, and
I will throw up.
I feel like I have
That's
a
not too
venereal
bad.
disease.
Oh, this one isn't.
But I see the underneath of
You don't want to
T-Bob's
see
every
this one,
single
bro.
morning.
This one freaks me the
That's because
hell
that
out.
one stays there in
Yeah, it's
every
every
We need to
single
get
person.
some mic screen. We need to
We
get
used to
like
have them.
foam mic
But
covers.
but then no one would clean those, and those were
Yeah,
disgusting
but those
as
don't
well.
show.
I used to bring
but
my own.
But those don't show the nastiness.
Out of sight, out of mind.
This is rusted from spit. Literal rusted.
I'm not. No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it.
Brian Bird says he hasn't had a true dry January, so does it get mad if he drinks it or not? Well, that's not true. I did like 18 dry Januaries this January. I did like a lot of dry Januaries. Thank you. I almost did a dry January every day from the time I woke up until night.
I broke my dry January last Saturday, but I haven't drank since last Saturday either. So
I can't think of nothing but the underneath of that mic screen right now.
That's not the bad part. The bad part is sometimes it smells, and when you catch a whiff of it, it is impossible to shake.
Just
got a bogey on my tail.
That's so gross.
Just go to break. That's disgusting.
Taking
But
a
you're
break,
right.
Chipper.
But you're right.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com. Yeah, like Scott says, I do dry January every night when I go to sleep. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. I agree.
You've used that one as well.
All-Star Toyota. If you need a brand new vehicle or maybe something like a Toyota certified used vehicle, maybe you want to rent, maybe need a lease, it's all there for you at All-Star with the best team in place to help you and your family find your answers, also the best prices. Remember, you go to allstartoyota.com. You can search by keyword, make and model, budget, and find the answers that you and your family need. Just go see them off of Airline and Goodwood today. All-Star Toyota, Baton Rouge.
And I would tell you every day buying new, leasing, rentals, whatever you're looking for, they have got you covered. And everything is available in all three of those processes. So if you're looking to rent a vehicle, maybe you've got a trip planned for a Mardi Gras break coming up here in a couple of weeks, go ahead and call Miss Lisa Sessions today to get that vehicle reserved. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Y'all talk to longer about Creed? Oh, is that why this is happening? I was like, wow, that is.
Yeah.
Like, what a.
What
a surprise.
Some real Creed.
Well,
None of that JoJo
Dory texted us last night, and I
BS.
feel like he only texted us. He was like, yeah, good to see you guys, but
I
can
know,
you send me
yeah.
that Creed remix?
True,
Well,
actually.
they
And then he
played.
tried to end it with a love you.
They played this song at practice yesterday, and I was like, I haven't heard this Creed song like in its totality in a very, very long time. And T-Bob and I were talking about something walking back to the hotel one day, like bands like Creed and Goo Goo Dolls, like these bands that are just massive, and they go on world tours, and everybody knows them. And then they just kind of disappear. And I know Goo Goo Dolls
Goo Goo Dolls is still doing it.
I know they're going on tour again, and I know that, but like we don't sit here and talk about the Goo Goo Dolls.
They're
but
not releasing new music,
right?
Are they? Yeah.
And they're so big, and then all of a sudden they disappear. And
like that happens with
some of them
every-
end up in Biloxi, Mississippi, and they're on the billboards, and some just are like resting on the money that they made. But it is wild. Like you have this.
I think
this
that happens
hype.
with every generation.
No, I know.
Because the style of music changes, and
but it's crazy to think how massive they are.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they just they're selling out stadiums and arenas.
There's a really cool video that I feel like floated around pretty recently of why can't I think the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls, whatever you can imagine it. The lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls. He's up there. They're playing.
What's his name?
Goo Goo. But it's raining. I'm pretty sure, and he's playing, and then he brings somebody up like from the audience to like sing Iris or something, and like it's always a roll of the dice with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like. So the guy gets up there and he starts, I think he's playing the guitar too. And y'all, it gave me chill bumps. Like, he was incredible.
He did well?
Yes. And of course, the whole crowd is like,
You love when those work out. Those videos are always awesome.
There's always that moment where you're like, but is it gonna? Or are we all gonna be embarrassed collectively?
I was actually talking about
Iris
this.
Still has his fastball too.
Yeah. Last Sunday, like on that 90s show that I do or whatever, because Creed is coming to the Smoothie King Center in July.
I kind of want to go.
And then I'm probably gonna go to that. But I was saying how like literally last year, or maybe like back in November, actually, they just did a show in Biloxi. So it's like they went from what Jake's saying, like doing shows in Biloxi, in less than a year, they're gonna be playing at the Smoothie King Center. So I don't know what made Creed suddenly blow up so hard.
There was something.
Maybe
right?
it's because like
Biloxi pays though, dude. I mean,
but it's become one of those things where like a new generation is like
of what
discovering
I'm
them.
say, but like
something happened along drive. I feel like we talked about it, like a meme or something
had to have happened.
I think this new generation like found them. Like it's like a circular thing, and like I never stopped liking Creed. I think Creed's okay, but you know, there becomes a time with a band where people are like too cool for them, and they're whatever. Like that happened to us.
I mean, they were cool to like hate on for so long, and I was like, why are we hating on?
Well, there's a new
Creed?
generation of people who don't know to hate on Creed, and they just are like, oh, they're actually pretty good.
It's just like Nickelback, very similar.
Nickelback was my very first.
Nickelback.
Look, Nickelback was my first concert by myself. Like my parents let me.
I bet
like,
it was
go
just
off.
phenomenal.
No, Alondra, what I'm saying with the Biloxi, New Orleans thing, though, I'm asking the question: is playing the Smoothie King Center actually like that much of a step above?
I would say yes.
I mean, Biloxi's going to be nice and it's going to be good money probably for them, but it's in a small like room in a casino.
Yeah.
It's in the casino? Because I was thinking you were talking like the big Coliseum. And I'm like, oh, okay.
No, they go to different casinos. And
they're not playing in like a venue in Biloxi?
I mean, it's a venue with like
a casino
3,500 seats.
No, that's what I'm saying, but not like
no, not 18,000
One of the coolest scenes of all time is in the Skulls whenever they finally have made it in and they enter the room and they're playing higher and there's all these girls walking around with champagne and like they're like, oh, we made it.
I've never seen the Skulls.
Shout out,
Shout out
to Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson. Oh,
Pacey's Creek, star of the movie.
Still my beating heart.
Pacey still got his fastball too.
Oh, wait, Paul Walker's in that movie too.
Yeah.
He's I guess the bad guy.
Yeah, he is.
You can see that.
I feel like we just lost T-Bob.
No, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think about like other movies that I would say are in the same zeitgeist as Skulls. I'm going to say The Beach.
Ooh, that was the first our movie that I ever snuck into. Told
Maybe
my mom
Hackers?
I went to see Snow Day.
Yeah, good movie. Snow Day's a great movie, to be fair.
She was like, tell me about Snow Day. I was like,
it snowed.
It
a
snowed
lot.
So got
so
off
much.
of school.
The Beach was a cool movie.
Yes. I mean,
For Leo, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cheesy,
young
but like
Leo,
Skull
yeah.
Bones, like cheesy, but like cool. Yeah.
How do you know Skulls is cheesy? You've never seen it, sir.
You don't think Skulls is cheesy?
No, it's good.
You don't think Skulls is some just premier
CW
Brie level of like early aughts cheese?
I'd have to go back and watch it.
I don't know. I think I used to own it on DVD. Like I bought it as an adult person.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was good.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it is good. I mean, I think The Beach is good. But The Beach is
and he's
also...
Joshua Jackson, he's a rower because he's like, where are they? Are they at Harvard?
Ivy League school.
Yeah, some Ivy League school. But he's a rower and like...
The Beach is of a time.
Oh, yeah, it is
and
of a time.
I feel like so is...
Although I don't know. I feel like Skulls isn't. The only reason I say that is because it takes place at this Ivy League school. I feel like that's kind of timeless. Like the story they're telling there, it's about this secret society. Like that kind of... It's timeless a little bit.
Maybe so. I've never seen it, so I can't comment too much. This is all my outside looking in.
T-Bob's a big Ivy League fraternity guy.
No, I have been, and it was wild back in high school.
Oh yeah.
One of my best friends, the guy that used to drive me to school, he played football for Harvard, and so
I can't believe they didn't recruit you into the Skulls.
I know. I know. We went up there and I went and got to go party for a weekend though, and it sounds really dumb, but everything did. This is before the Social Network, but everything did just look like the Social Network. Like everything was very dimly lit. It was all mahogany and browns and blacks and just exactly what it felt like.
What do you have against browns and blacks?
I don't think I said anything about being against the lighting.
Alondra said that with such a straight face.
I mean, she popped up
the Fox and Hound Club. Okay. I love browns and blacks. Hell, I even like beiges. How about that?
Yeah, good for you.
Big beige guy.
But no, I was just struck by how stereotypical, like everything that you felt it would look like and feel like was exactly how it looked.
Yeah. Well, every Ivy League school is a little bit different, but they do have similarities. I mean, Columbia's in Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm just talking about Harvard. I don't know about anything else.
Straight up in New York.
I don't know about any other Ivy League school.
I mean, Princeton's
all
in
the
New
other
Jersey.
one though, like the ones that you have in like very small towns and like that's all that there is there. I guess Harvard's in Boston.
No, Harvard's in Boston. Yeah.
But
but
like,
isn't it like on the outskirts?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is in its
city?
own space. Like I feel
Cambridge,
like
right?
yes, when you're in Cambridge, you don't feel like you're in Boston.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I've been to Boston, but I don't think I've ever
It's
seen
a bunch of buildings. Bunch of archways to walk through.
Aren't there like 20 colleges in Boston or something? There's an
Yeah.
absurd amount of colleges.
There's a lot.
Dennis, our producer on Off Campus, he went to Newberry College. It's like in the
yeah.
heart of Boston. And
Yeah.
I was like, it's random.
I
never even
remember
heard
going
of
to
it.
a Boston College game because that's why I was there. I was on a visit, and Tom something was the coach. I don't know. It was a good game. He played NC State.
Tom O'Brien?
Yep, Tom O'Brien. Was Mario Williams at NC State at the time? That's the thing that I can never remember. Or maybe it was Boston College had this like giant edge rusher who was like 15. But
Mario
he was like 8 feet
Williams
tall.
got number 1 overall in 06?
Yep, the Reggie Bush draft.
Yeah, okay, so he was. Yeah,
With the
absolutely.
Texans.
Absolutely, he was in that
Boston
game.
is a very. I would live in Boston.
I know Mario
would move Boston
very well.
right now.
I don't know anything about Boston.
Oh, you would love Boston.
Cheers.
Cheers. Their public library downtown is the coolest thing, T-Bob. You can walk around. If you feel like Belle and Beauty and the Beast, because you'll find these like giant rooms that are just empty. No one's
that sounds cool.
No one's walked in this room probably in 10 years, and you can just come in and there's just like books, floor to
Nerds.
ceiling, and nerds.
Leather bound, rich mahogany and leather bound.
He always, mahogany is what he goes to. If he wants to try to shame somebody for having money,
mahogany.
this man always goes to mahogany.
No, I'm saying that's
No,
like
you do.
That's like the style of library.
High ceilings and
That is
mahogany.
I was
the
about to
house
say
libraries.
high ceilings is his other go-to.
High ceilings and mahogany. If you have that, you're rich.
Oh, okay. So do y'all want to show me the poor person with high ceilings and mahogany? Like, what are we talking about?
No mahogany. I got high ceilings.
No mahogany, but
Yeah, you're doing well. You're moving
I
up.
got my only my living room. So
I
like
don't think they build low ceilings anymore.
so like my kitchen
think
and
that's
stuff's
like a
like
thing
the normal like 9 or 10
Like
foot or
older
whatever. But my
houses,
living
like-
room
But I don't think
goes
they're
They don't-
making
but they-
houses.
yeah.
just the living room part
What's
goes.
up? Yeah.
Because we're tall.
The rest
So
of the
you can
house
have
is
money
normal,
and
and then the
have
living
lower
room.
ceilings.
Yes.
You're on the
Yeah.
grind.
Okay.
You're trying. You're making it happen. I mean, look, guys, I don't need you to agree with me. I'm right. So it's like it's whether or not like I don't know. You can argue all whatever you want. I was saying about mahogany with libraries. Those are the libraries that I love. The ones that feel like you've stepped into like another world.
Yeah, no, that's how
Like
the
something
Boston Public
old.
Library feels. It's wild, and like again, there's
with
so many
dusty
different
tomes of
There's so many
knowledge.
rooms that probably just like haven't been entered in. Like you just kind of find yourself wandering around school.
Is Boston College, is their stadium, like where is that located? Because I've been to Boston a bunch. I've never seen the
I
stadium.
don't remember.
Was it like in the city?
I'm pretty sure it's in the city, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Must
I
be
mean,
close-
I
is it close to
remember it
Fenway?
being in the
Yeah.
city. I
But we're
remember
not
it.
talking about like a Georgia Tech situation where it's like literally downtown.
I couldn't tell you. I'd be
By
wrong.
the way, like where Bobby Dodd is, every time we go to Atlanta, I'm shocked that it's not like a football powerhouse, like where it's located. I think it's a cool, like very cool stadium.
I don't feel like a lot of people live in downtown Atlanta, though.
I know, but it's just like the skyline's your background.
I know,
You
true.
got this incredible.
Look,
kinda
Brett
like-
Key's got him on the rise, baby.
Dude, you want to talk about an intense human being?
I know. I told you he basically had Aaron Murray pissing down his leg in the pre-production meetings for the bowl game.
Dude, we had him live on the field before the Natty because obviously it's his city, so he's going to be there walking around. And him and Roddy, who I was co-hosting with, they played together at Georgia Tech, and he was fired up. Like he was chest bumping us, and he was just like dapping us up and like a little too aggressively. You know what I mean? Like he is somebody that is always ready to go.
Oh man. I'd play for Brent Key.
I would too.
I just feel bad for him because they should have freaking beat Georgia, dude.
Yeah.
Tommy's Windows Door and Siding. Go Tommy's.com. GEAUX Tommy's.com. You and Hardy Plague or Vinyl Siding. Wood or vinyl windows. You want any door? You want Tommy's. What if you have a beard, though? Go to GoBearded.com. GEAUX Bearded.com. So Tommy, not just with a passion for windows, doors, and siding, but also for beards, it turns out. And
real pipeline there.
I know exactly, right? But it led to, I mean, if you see Tommy's beard, you get it because it's an incredible beard. But it led him to be like, you know what? I don't think he got real. The products out there, they're okay, but I think we can do something better and do it locally. And well, it's been very successful. So you go to GoBearded.com and, fulfill your full beard potential. Even you, Taylor. Probably not you, actually.
Could you grow a beard?
Yeah, it just doesn't look great. Got reddish in it, so that's why I don't.
It's
fine. I got red in
I
mine.
feel like we need to test this out a little bit.
I agree. Once you get past the awkward spot, you might look really manly and cool.
I've got red. What's wrong
Wait,
with
I'm
red?
not all ready?
No, you look like a boy.
Yeah, we're trying to make you a man.
You look like a sad little minnow of a boy,
Maybe I do need to call Go Bearded then.
Exactly. Get the beard
I thought I was doing okay.
GoBearded.com. No. You look like if we were in ancient Greece.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
What about it?
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor. I tried to save you.
You know what about it.
You know what about it.
I do because
I'm Alec Baldwin and you're my canteen boy. It's an old SNL skit.
You know what about it.
You're Justin Tucker and he's the masseuse.
I see where you're going for there, but I'm going to say no because it's more of
OTB coming.
The direction is the wrong way. It's not what he's doing to me.
T-Bob's
It's what I'm doing to him.
contrarian to me today.
That's not true. And first off, you drew
T-Bob's
first blood
contrarian to me all the
you
time,
drew first
so
blood like
welcome
2
to my
Fridays ago. Okay, you are in my ass the entire show. Okay,
I was not in
yes,
T-Bob's
you were.
ass.
Yes, you were.
If anyone's waiting on clear.
I maybe was on it.
What do we do?
I was not in T-Bob's
I'm saying
ass.
it was going for the masseuse angle. It's just that what I'm talking about
Was
is
that
going
2 Fridays ago? If you want to
Taylor,
see,
Yeah.
go to the YouTube channel.
You're like Michael Cera.
Oh yeah, kind of a little.
Guys, no.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I outweigh Michael Cera by 100
Good call,
pounds.
Cortland Jacob in the chat. Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Except our faces and our weight and our hair are different.
He hates this so
Other than that, it's
And
uncanny.
now he's showing. He's showing.
Now we're gonna call him
defensiveness. Now
Michael
we're gonna
Cera.
latch
Other than that,
on
it's
to it.
uncanny.
Oh man.
I mean, adjacent. You're better looking than him.
If you picked a pretty boy that had like similar look to me, yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's not.
Pull up a picture of Michael Cera.
It's not like one and
Nothing
one.
alike. Michael Cera's got like
You just don't have curly hair.
or
doesn't.
brown hair,
Oh,
or
wow, he
a
hates this
pointed
so
face. I have a
much.
rounded face. I mean, everything's different.
Everybody's
Alright.
got like a little doppelganger.
Yeah,
All right.
I remember when I first
Would
started,
that
like
be it though?
one
Like,
of the first weeks, T-Bob told me we did this whole bit, that, like, who's your doppelganger? And I had just started working here,
Yeah.
and I don't remember who he told me, but I remember it's like you're rolling the dice when you
Right.
tell someone they look like a
Yeah,
celebrity.
always, dude.
And I can't remember who it was, but
Who would have been? I have no idea.
it did not land in his favor. I was like, oof.
Yeah.
We told my friend he looked like the girls did. They told him he looked like a possum one time.
Dang.
And he had a mental breakdown.
look at that, twins.
Okay,
it is
you're picking
uncanny.
and choosing
you chose the
over
picture.
there.
I mean,
let us choose the picture.
Come choose the
See,
picture.
my
They all look
reaction
like that.
is I was
Pick
with
the
you,
picture.
Taylor, but now I'm looking at the picture and I'm kind of like, wait, they
No.
might be right. I don't know, dude. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. I love after all of my HR violations against Taylor, Michael Cera is what is going to cause him to actually get me in trouble.
We found one.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction. You want a pool, you want to build pergola, bulkhead, outdoor living area, outdoor kitchen, bigger, better fence, whatever it is, if it is construction to make your backyard the home of your dreams, the place that your friends want to be, you want to go to Pinnacle, where we build the spaces You build the memories. And that's what this is about. So entrust your project to our team professionals over there at Pinnacle. And you are going to be blown away with the quality of the work every single step of the way, from the design and estimate portion all the way through cleanup. It's top notch. Go look at the gallery on the website, guys. PECbuilt.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, did you see they're making the Galactic Star Cruiser office space for Imagineers? What a waste. I did see that. That was at Star Wars Hotel, which in retrospect is an awful idea, but at the time I thought it seemed so cool. Like Westworld, like you're going to go role play that you're on a Star Wars spaceship all weekend long. The only problem is it ends up like you're at Disney and you're locked inside of a building the whole time. Like, what are you doing? You want to be outside, running around. But what it reminded me of, has anybody ever seen Jenny Nicholson on YouTube? Mm-mm. It's maybe one of the most interesting YouTube channels I've ever seen in my entire life. She did a 4-hour review of this hotel, which ended up becoming more of like an overall critique on like, other stuff. But
what do you say for 4 hours about a hotel?
How about this? 11 million views on it. She did a 4-hour video on Evermore, the theme park that wasn't. 13 million views. She did an hour and a half on the Church Place Cinematic Universe. 5 million views.
Is she just fun? Is she funny? Is she?
She's just a little nerdy girl who is excellent at critique. Incredible at critique. Just a great writer. Delivery solid.
She's not writing. She's speaking, right?
Well, but she's reading a script. Oh. I mean, she's not improv. I'm sure she's like improving, at times as she's speaking. But yeah, and 1.3 million subscribers for Jenny. What a legend.
I am not hating on anybody that has content that people want to consume, but it is amazing just how random sometimes it can be.
Yeah.
What's the one you always use, T-Bob?
Joy.
No.
What?
I thought you were looking at two different. I'm looking at Kevin James.
You're looking at Kevin James. I thought you were looking at Joy Taylor's cleavage. It's aggressive today, considering the recent news cycles.
That's not what I was looking at.
By the way, chat was proud of you on Tuesday.
For what?
No Joy questions for Mason Taylor.
No, dude.
They were proud of you.
No. I ain't touching that. Wait, anyway, Jake, what were you saying? Like what content catches on?
Yeah, just what. But there's one you always use whenever you're like, oh, cool, we're sitting here doing all this work for this amount of views, and there's the one you always use?
I don't know. I think I saw like a stupid like cat account or
That's
something.
what you always say. It's a cat. Yeah.
Like who's got 1 million followers on Instagram and is just making money hand over fist. And I'm out here like putting all my creative energies into trying to be entertaining. And
you were a cat.
Can't even get 5% of the views of
only you were a cat.
Some kid opening toys.
I bet if you dressed up like a cat and I bet if you dressed up like a cat and started making cat noises, you'd probably get more views.
I don't think we want that audience here.
You know what? Actually,
Is that a furry? Is that what that's called?
No, they're called something. No, not
know.
dressing up like a cat. What are those? You remember we found those people that make those like weird noises? They're like, ooh, ah, ooh.
So there's a few different things. There are people who create what I would call like cringe content.
You know what I'm talking about? When
They
they
do a lot of,
do
like,
the
purring
emojis and the yeah, that.
Then there's like the TikTok NPC people who sit there and just do whatever the TikTok chat is telling them to.
If they pay them money.
Yeah.
But it's like weird noises and stuff. But they get so many views. It's insane.
Actually, that's how Jenny Nicholson started to build her online fame back in the day. She was a big member of the My Little Pony community, which then got taken over by bronies.
What's that mean?
There was an ironic attachment amongst what many would consider maybe to be like incel adjacent guys online with My Little Pony, but then they ended up actually kind of sincerely loving it. but then it just went really weird. It went
How do you know about
really
that?
sideways because I watched like a 4-hour Jenny Nicholson video. Look, here it is, 6 million views, hour and a half, the last BronyCon of fandom autopsy.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, she's incredible. I mean, you more listen to it like a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like when you're driving or working or whatever.
About a hotel that you're never probably going to go to?
No, it's closed down. It's an Imagineering office now. I listened to that twice. Literally 8 hours. That's how good it was.
To be clear, twice. 8 hours of
I don't have 8 hours.
I was going to say, where,
How did you find 8 hours?
Like driving. You just listen. I'm not watching it. Just listen. What do you
like
mean?
20-minute clips? Like 20-minute, I guess, intervals?
Yeah,
It's almost like an audiobook.
Bro, I listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts. Same thing.
But that's good because you have you can retain that.
Well,
as soon as I got out of the car.
Trained up. That's like a muscle that you got to build up.
All audiobooks, jokes aside, as not being real books, I just can't, that's why I don't do it, is because I don't retain the information.
Look at this. I haven't watched this one. It's an hour. It's got 5 million views. I'm on lockdown, so I watched all 14 Land Before Times. 5 million views. She's an incredible writer. Shout out Jenny Nicholson.
There's more than one Land Before Time?
I was going to say, I didn't.
What do y'all, wait, what? There's
14
a
is
million of them.
14?
Yeah, there's a million of them. They were like that.
I've seen the one where Littlefoot had to go
Littlefoot.
through the trials and tribulations of
Yeah,
losing
it's the
a
first one.
parent.
It's a great movie.
Poor Littlefoot.
Sharptooth.
His star. 3-star.
I always like Spike and Ducky. I like
Ducky.
Spike. Spike
What
was
does Ducky
me.
say? Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot about that. Yep. All right, let's do Ask the Bench when we get back.
Off the bench.
Guys, we got a brand new sponsor here on the show. That is Boudreaux's Electrical. You want a generator to protect you and your family? Make sure the lights stay on when the crap hits the fan. That's where Boudreaux's comes in. And they are one of the premier Generac dealers in all of Louisiana, okay? One of the most trusted dealers, and you can trust them as well. And the reason why is because everything that they do as a family-run business, everything that they do is about customer first and doing whatever they can to ensure that they have the trust of their customers. So they make sure, hail, sleet, snow, rain, storm, does not matter. They make sure that they are there to make sure your generator is ready to go when you need them. So protect yourself with a generator with Boudreaux's Electrical, boudreauxelectrical.com.
Yeah, go to Google as well. Type it in the search bar there. You'll see those ratings that we talk about. 5.0 right now on Google. Literally a perfect rating. Call them today, 985-397-1562.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Another. What's up? What are you doing?
I heard my email notification go off through my headphones, so that went out over the air.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, it didn't go out of there.
Okay.
Or I don't know. It didn't go out of my ear.
I think
I
it
didn't hear
did.
either.
It's fine. It just annoys me.
You looked like you were annoyed with me, which is wondering. I was wondering why
No.
what I did. No, I felt like I forgot. I felt like I forgot something.
YouTube videos are 10 minutes. That's why she's annoyed.
Oh, somebody's a little jealous of Jenny Nicholson. Sorry, girl. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
You should have started review channel.
Yeah, I mean, that's on you, okay? Because real recognize real.
CT says it did. It's fine. It's okay.
Shout out Jenny. She had made a video in 8 months, so come on, Jenny. Where's
Yeah,
my
everyone
next
heard it.
critique
It's
at,
fine.
baby? All right.
You've been
It's
doing
just my
that
email.
so much.
What?
Baby.
Where did that come from?
Kawhi Leonard.
I mean,
Baby.
yeah,
Kawhi
a lot
Leonard.
of people.
But all week he's been doing it.
Has he?
Yeah.
Remember when Kawhi Leonard was like, "What it do, baby?"
No, that was
And everyone was like,
no, I don't know that.
Oh. And
I don't know where it came from, but you really
it became like a meme because
I just
Kawhi
remember his
Leonard
laugh.
just like oh yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
It's like-
Ask the bench. What band from the past or the present would you most like to have been the front man or front woman for?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Feels like I need to think about that for a while. What would be fun? Well, no. I don't know.
Don't you just
'Cause
want to
there's
be
like
Stevie?
there's
Doesn't
like
everybody
bands that
just
I
want to be
love, but like I
Stevie
wouldn't want to
Nicks?
replace. I was gonna say Stevie
Stevie
Nicks,
Nicks.
but like I don't want to replace Stevie Nicks because she's
Yeah.
incredible.
No, but that's the point of this. You replace. You know, it's not like let's say you're just as good
You know
as
what
her.
I want? I want to just take over for Stevie Nicks in that Silver Springs performance where she's like literally watching him, and she's just singing to him like you will never forget the sound of my voice.
Oh, I'm gonna be very
I would go
interested.
Selena.
Gomez.
No, Selena.
Selena. The
No last name,
artist,
just
Selena.
Gomez. What?
The one movie she
Jennifer
got
Lopez.
she got killed by the president of her fan
I
club.
know.
Wow.
All right. Wow. I won free movie tickets because they were like, "Hey, come up here. First person that comes up here and sings a cappella
You
wins
did it?
free movie tickets."
Whoa.
Yeah, and I loved going to
Whoa.
the movies,
Yeah.
and I loved Selena.
too.
This was in San Antonio.
Nice.
And then they had like a live band karaoke thing,
Oh,
and then
that's
so
cool.
I went up there and I
Hell
started
yeah,
singing,
Alondra,
and I
that's badass.
won 2
That is.
movie tickets.
Tay
You don't
Tay.
know Selena.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. And
Bruh.
I know
I'll
I'm
bring
out
you
of
the
pocket
DVD.
here.
Yeah.
Ask the bench.
Hey, we didn't.
Wait,
I mean,
you
could
didn't
I?
let your
Whoa.
answer.
Oh,
Should
my
I
bad.
pick my
Nobody answered.
favorite
You didn't answer?
band?
Like,
Michael Cera?
I'll go Kiss. I like the crazy face paint.
okay,
Okay.
T-Bob.
I like,
Good
I like,
answer.
I like the, I
I
like the
don't
face
care. I don't
paint.
know.
Any band.
I know, like
Pick one.
a lot of people are gonna go like bands like that are all in the t-shirts now. Y'all know me. I'm gonna be the lead singer of NSYNC.
Yeah.
JC, step out, bud.
I like
It's
that.
me.
That's a good answer.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Ask the bench. Do y'all remember the octopus scene in the Goonies?
Yeah,
Do you though?
kind of.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Because
I got to tell you, I've seen Goonies a lot, and I don't.
so this is
But
the
I
point.
thought it was like when they're
It's-
in the boat or whatever.
It is, but if you've seen it, you have somehow gotten access to his original cut of Goonies. I do not know
Oh,
the
okay.
story
Well,
behind
maybe I'm making
why.
it up because I haven't seen it in
I
forever.
do not know the story behind why, because I've never even seen the octopus scene. Because
Yeah,
at some point they cut out. It's like the scene in the program.
Oh,
They lay
yeah,
under.
yeah,
They
yeah.
lay under
Yeah.
the. Or they lay under the like 18 wheelers and stuff, or the
Right.
train maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
The train, but then like some kid actually did it. They cut it out of the movie. I don't know why they cut the octopus scene, but it's not in most edits.
Maybe
Yeah, I
I'm
don't remember
Mandela
that.
affecting myself.
Possibly, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because I haven't seen it in a while. But I thought it was like when they're in the ship or whatever.
Doors is actually a pretty good answer. I was everything's like Doors, Floyd, Zeppelin, one
Can't
of
believe you
those.
didn't say Chapel Roan. I guess she's not a band, but
Well, I can't be Chapel.
could. I feel like she feels pretty strongly about that you could.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
Who you need to be.
Yeah.
gay and not a white man.
Off the bench.
Go to yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Taylor, you could be Chapel under those parameters. Look, don't settle for a mediocre sex life anymore, okay, guys? We're going to yourgoodwood.com. We're going to get our labs drawn. We're going to figure exactly out where we're deficient, what's going on with our body, and we're going to fix whatever's going on. You got ED? Well, you don't have to, okay? You got low T? You don't have to. You're balding? You don't have to be. Take the first step. Do not let embarrassment ruin your life, okay? We know the causes. We know the solutions. yourgoodwood.com.
And on the website, you can find a full list of services. T-Bob just laid them out for you, but you can kind of search, get some information on those, pricing as well. You can book your appointment right there on the website, top right corner. Click on that. Go ahead and get everything scheduled. Have that conversation. Live your life without fear or embarrassment. yourgoodwood.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.